Gun-toting, Bible-reading, God-believing, truth-speaking American. This MAGA season, Democrats committing treason. I know they think it's sweet, but you don't know who you dealing with. This for free thinkers only. You ain't got no membership. They free. General Flynn out the cage, cause he innocent. Barton Roger Stone, cause the run know that he innocent. We need to kick out every single illegal immigrant. Mandatory voter ID laws we need to implement. Tell Jussie Smollett that I know this MAGA country. Tell China we know they trying to play us like some dummies. I looked deep into it and I did the math. Why did Obama send money to that Wuhan lab? What is George Soros doing with all of his cash? Why did China take that Harvard guy and drop him a bag? Why is there so much propaganda? Funny you ask. How about that Bill Gates vaccine? Now, sorry I'll pass, cause I'm a gun-toting patriot. God-fearing patriot. Pricing why they mad, cause I'm really Navy faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it. Gun-toting patriot. God-fearing patriot. Pricing why they mad, cause I'm really Navy faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it.
How do you do? My name is Richard Stockton, lawyer, judge, and reluctant revolutionary. I did not rush toward independence. I believe first in reasoned petition, in loyalty to crown and country alike. But when Parliament shut its ears to justice and our rights were trampled, I knew where duty lay. On July 1st, 1776, I arrived late to Congress, soaked to the skin from a thunderstorm, just in time to hear the closing moments of John Adams' passionate rally for independence. I asked him to repeat what I had missed. Though reluctant at first, Mr. Adams repeated his stirring speech. I believed then, and believe now, he is a man to whom the country is most indebted for the great measure of independency. Signing the Declaration cost me dearly. That November, I was dragged from my bed by loyalists, marched through snow in my night clothes, and thrown in irons by the British. They starved me in a New York prison, leaving me broken and near death. I survived, but not without loss. My health, my home, my law library, gone. My family displaced. My honor, though, I never relinquished. Some whisper that I begged a pardon. Let them whisper. I took no oath to any king, only to my country. I gave all I had in its service, and I would again. Let them who inherit this liberty remember, it is not forged in comfort, but in trial. It is not kept by ease, but by resolve.
Hello, everybody.
That thing with Melania would have been better with sound.
It didn't have no sound?
It had no sound.
What? Okay, well, she didn't say anything at least. It was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard the entire thing.
Yeah, there was no sound. I was like, where'd the sound go? Hello, everyone. I'm back.
Yeah, we gotta hear how your vacation went, Jimmy, because you were gone. Yeah, I know you have a story to tell.
So let's first off, I want to address the clips we play at the beginning, or that you play at the beginning with our Patriots there. I think one thing a lot of people forget, they see the names in the history books and see their signatures on the Declaration of Independence, but they have really no clue about their personal lives. They don't know the struggles that those people went through back then. And because they stood up for freedom, liberty, and independence, the powers to be at the time, the King of England, didn't want that for them. So they ended up losing their homes, losing families, losing, like that one guy said, his law library. They lost so much fighting for the independence of this country that I think sometimes we take that for granted because, we're on the front lines of the information war. Thank God it's not a physical war that we are fighting. Because if that was the case, I do believe it would be a horrific event in the United States if that were the case. So because we didn't get to do a Thanksgiving special, I want to give a big thanks to our founding fathers for the efforts and the sacrifices they made to fight tyranny. So I wanted to say that first.
Yeah, that's a great one. I really wanted to do a Thanksgiving special, but I got sick.
Yeah.
And I still am a little sick, but I'm much better now. So I was like, we need to do tonight. We need to at least catch up with everyone.
Yes.
Because it has been a week, it has been a day, and I cannot just continue to just like cancel. And it's building. The news is building. The politics, everything is building too much. And you can't let a week go by without at least, discussing it, since that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be way too much. So I said, tonight, we got to do it.
Yeah, that's true. And I think, a lot of people, and I could be wrong, but I think a lot of people view us as just these right-wing, crazy Trump supporters, freedom-loving, whatever. We get stigmatized in that way, especially, being ex-JWs and doing what we do. I think, like our founding fathers, a lot of people forget we have personal lives too, And so tonight, I'm exhausted. I am flat exhausted. And if Ruby would have texted me this evening and said, Jimmy, I'm just not going to do it tonight, I'd have been like, okay. But in my heart, I was thinking, you know what? I've not been on at the beginning of the show for 3 weeks now. And I need to get back on, at least make an appearance, have a conversation with the folks. And so they don't think we forgot about them, because we do value what we do. We do have fun at what we do. And so tonight's going to be a little bit different because we just got to catch up.
Yeah, we do. So how was your vacation? Was it good?
Well, let's get into that in a second. First off, let's give some props to our comment section.
The chat. Okay.
The chat. Yeah, see? Yeah. Got to get back on the track.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to scroll up and then I'll just say hello to everybody who's in the chat. John Marciano is in the chat. Joseph, nice and early. Jane is here. JG, Dallas. I'm in the chat too, guys, so I can talk to you there. Nadine. Hi, Nadine. Big Mac. Who else? Gigi. Gail's in the chat. Justin is in the chat. Hey, Justin. The crew is already here. That's pretty good. Beverly. Hi, Beverly. Steen. Okay, let's see. Who else? Michael Kier Paul, 2037. Welcome back, Jimmy and Ruby. Hello, everyone. I don't recognize the username, so I don't know if you've recently changed your username, but welcome to the chat if you're here. Oh, Julian is here. Hey, Julian. Hey. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, he texted me earlier today, asked if we were going to be on tonight.
Oh, okay. And Jay is in the chat. Hey, Jay. He said it's been a few weeks for me, but I'm still around. Us too. We're in the same boat, Jay. Even though this is supposed to be our show, it's been a while. But yo, thank you so much to Bo for filling in.
Yes.
That was amazing. It was great. He did share with me, if anybody watched that episode, he talked about the Knights Templar, and he did share a video, and I shared it to our Facebook page. So if anybody was interested in looking into that type of history, that there was a great 40-minute video on YouTube. I watched it. I loved it. So thank you to Bo for sharing that. And if anybody wants to watch it, it's on Facebook.
Oh, well, I can't get on Facebook, so I can't see if it's on Facebook.
Right. Okay, so I'll send it to you then. I'll send you the link. He did it was like a documentary type YouTube video explaining a little bit about the history and things, because he mentioned that in another episode. So that was pretty cool, guys. Yeah.
So I want to say thank you to Bo as well. He did a great job. I appreciate him filling in for me. And Bo, if you're seeing this or if you're in the chat or whatever, you're always welcome to come on stage. You are another co-host to the show, so feel free to jump on anytime. So we appreciate you, man. Also, too, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you had some good times with your family and enjoyed it, had good meals. I do know that this time of the year can be very depressing for some folks because they don't have the family that some of us do have to share those moments with. And for those folks that are in that situation, my heart goes out to you. And if you were closer to me in North Carolina and you're in that situation, you're welcome to come to my house anytime during the holidays. So
that's nice. And even if you don't celebrate the holidays, you might not, be into that. We just do regular stuff on Discord. If anybody wants to join the Discord server, I'll put a link in the description or the chat or something like that. So you can join us on Discord. If you don't really do that type of stuff, you can just hang out virtually with us. We watch movies and stuff like that. But thank you for that, Jimmy. That was nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I'll just go ahead and let you guys know. Ruby did put it in the comment section that this might be like an hour and a half, maybe, just depends. And the reason why is because I don't have anything to bring to you guys tonight.
Yeah, at least not printed, because I have a lot of bookmarks and I have a lot of questions.
Okay. So I didn't prepare anything for tonight. So, and here is the reason why. Let's get into that. Okay. So I want to share a little bit of my personal story with you guys. So please just bear with me. If you don't like it, tune away. Whatever.
Okay.
So the last time you guys saw me was at the end of the show, the week that we were in Florida. We had that other guy come on, that black guy at the end. He was really cool. I hope he comes back on the show. Do you remember him?
Alpha? His username was Alpha?
Was it Alpha? I don't remember what his username was.
Yeah, he's from Southern California.
Oh, okay. Well, that was one guy, but we had another guy that came on. We had Alpha.
Yes. Oh my gosh, how could I forget? Okay, I forgot the name. If anybody can remember.
Yeah,
oh my God, that's horrible.
He said, and I thought I was a conspiracy theorist. You guys got it. So, but then I showed y'all my Gulf of America shirt that I had purchased.
Yes.
So I actually got a hoodie. I went back and got a hoodie as well. And I've been wearing my hoodie around town while I've been doing errands this week. So you got to see some of the comments I get. It's actually kind of cool. But anyway, so that was the last time I was on, and that was a Tuesday of the week we were gone. The rest of the week, we had an amazing week. I mean, the weather was just freaking perfect. We got to go visit an old lighthouse in Boca Grande that's been there since 1890. Tucker Carlson has a house on that island. We actually went by Tucker Carlson's house. I know where his house is. I saw it. So that was kind of cool. But it was an amazing trip. We got ready to leave Saturday morning. We were so proud of ourselves because we got out earlier than we normally get out. It's an 11 and a half hour drive. And we started about 10:30 after we had some breakfast. Well, cruising down the road, everything was all right, reminiscing about the week. And then at 1:41, I pull into the slow lane. I'm going about 80 miles an hour. And I went to set the cruise. And when I did, the car decelerated. So I went to hit the gas to get the acceleration back up, and there was no acceleration. We lost complete power. So I pulled into the emergency lane, and there was an exit really close by, and I was trying to hope the car would go all the way to the exit. It went to the beginning of the off ramp for that exit, and we stalled out. And I was like, oh my God, what in the hell? So I went around the car, found the number to AAA, called them. They said they send a tow truck. About 30 minutes hanging out on the side of the road, Florida DOT stopped by, and they set up some cones and everything so people wouldn't, run into us. And that guy stayed with us the whole time. We actually ended up waiting for that tow truck for 3 hours on the side of the road.
Wow.
In the meantime, Carissa called some of these mobile mechanics, and these mobile mechanics came out. And when they showed up, I told Chris, I just looked at them. I was like, I don't have a good feeling about these guys. And when Florida DOT came, they tried to jump the battery. He tried to jump the battery. That didn't work. So when these mobile mechanics showed up, first thing they tried to do was jump the battery. And we told them that's not the case. So they fiddled around a little bit with the fuse box, looked at some other stuff, and said, well, we need to get this towed to where we can work on this a little bit better, because it might be the starter. It could be the fuel pump. Who came on stage?
Gail is here. Hi, Gail.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay. Hey, Gail.
Hi. No, I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
Just tell them a story. So, so anyway, the tow truck finally gets there, and we get towed like 2 miles down the road or up the exit to a Pilot truck stop. And that cost me $104. We get to the truck stop, the mobile mechanics, they go under the car, look at stuff, and they're like, yeah, it might be the starter. Could be the fuel, but we'll do this by a process of elimination. And at the time, I'm just like, I just get us back on the road is my thinking.
Yeah.
So anyway, they left, and we're just hanging out at the Pilot truck stop and just kind of freaking out because we had some other stuff going on that I had to be back by Saturday night, that I had to take care of that real quick. And at about 8:15, they called me and said, well, we can get the parts, but, we need your credit card number. And I was like, I'll give it to you. We can put it in and get the system. We can order it online, blah, 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 blah. Well, the credit card didn't work. So they ended up having to come and get me at about 8:35, took me over to the O'Reilly's auto parts store. We picked up a starter, and then I get back in and that cost me $351.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, and before the mobile mechanics left that first time, they said, well, we got to get paid for the diagnostic and the time coming out. So that was $380. And so I get the starter, and I get back in the truck with them, and I'm like, okay, so what's the plan now? Like, well, we're going to go ahead and do the starter, and if that doesn't work, we'll go ahead and do the fuel pump. And I'm like, don't you think we might need a fuel pump if that's the case? And they're like, well, yeah, I guess so. I was like, they close at 9:00 and they're not going to be open tomorrow. So I go back in, I ask for a fuel pump. They don't have a fuel pump. So I'm like, oh crap, what are we going to do? I get back in the truck and we call Advance. They're still open. We go to Advance Auto. It's like 8:50 now. They close at 9, ask for a fuel pump. They don't have a fuel pump. And I tell the guy what the problem is, and he's like, well, I don't know much about this. He says, let me go ahead and talk to this guy. He used to be a mechanic. It was an old dude. Hey, Bo, what's up, buddy? Just telling a story.
Yes. Welcome, Bo Booth. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Bo Booth. Oh my God, that's funny. So I tell the old guy what happened to the car, and he said, well, that doesn't sound like a starter or a fuel pump. That sounds like an electrical problem. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And so I go out, I get the little mechanic guy, bring him in. I said, listen to what this guy's saying. And then the little mechanic guy's like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to have to tell my boss I misdiagnosed the problem and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, I don't care what you're going to have to do. We're going to have to end up taking this thing to the dealership. So we go back to the car. I have to give him he says, well, there is a fee for us going to pick up your parts. That's $165, but I'll just take $100. So end up giving him another $100. So just gave these guys $480 to pretty much do nothing. Okay?
Yeah, that's how it is. Yep.
So that really sucked. So that they leave, and I'm just sitting in the car, and I'm like, oh my God, what the F am I going to do? And I told Chris, I said, we got to sleep in the car tonight. I mean, there's a hotel a block down the road, but I'm not leaving my car at a truck stop. So unattended. So we slept in the car Saturday night.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Not comfortable at all. All right. Because we had the car packed. So it just was not comfortable. So we get up Sunday and we're like, okay, let's just take this thing one thing at a time. We know we got to get the car to the dealership. The dealership was 24 miles away. Thank goodness I called Geico. They towed it. Only cost me $20 because of the extra mileage. So we got it up to Ocala, went to the dealership. The sales department was open, but the service department wasn't. So we talked to some sales guys, told them what was going on. And then we had to get a hotel room for Sunday night. So we get the hotel room, and Sunday evening was okay. I get up, I'm at the dealership at 6:50 on Monday, and they tell me, I see the guy out there working on the car. He's like, your engine's locked up. I'm like, do what? He said, your engine is gone. I'm like, what? And so we ended up having to rent a vehicle. It took me like an hour to find a car. Rented a vehicle, and we drove home and got home Monday night. But the good news is, we were told it was going to be like $6,500 to fix the engine. But thank goodness Hyundai had a recall on it, and they are paying for everything. And we even got, I came back up here to North Carolina. I went to our dealership, told them what was happening. And I said, Greg, what's the problem? Because we had to rent the car. Hyundai's going to reimburse us back a little bit for that. So we thought we were going to have to rent another vehicle for the time we don't have our car. Then I thought, crap, our car is in Florida. I'm either going to have to drive back down there with somebody and pick it up, or I'm going to have to fly and go get it. And then my dealership said, well, they have a Hyundai Reconnect transport thing. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, if your car's over 150 miles away from your home, they'll transport it for free after it's done. I'm like, well, thank God. So I'm working on that. So that's being worked on right now. I got a message today that the engine had come in. I'll get a message tomorrow letting me know that, when the ETA is on that and everything. So, but I asked the guy about the rental vehicle, and I said, what's the process? And he says, well, between us girls, the process is, you rent a vehicle, submit it to Hyundai, they replace it or reimburse you, or you get a loaner vehicle from the dealership that you left your car at. I'm like, well, that's not happening because that's in Florida. He goes, well, because it's you, we're going to help you out. So they gave us a loaner vehicle, and we have that right now. So that was what we dealt with. And we got home Monday night. I had an enrollment Tuesday. Wednesday, we're prepping for Thanksgiving. We have the family over for Thursday. Friday was a little bit of a catch-up day, not much. But then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday ended up having to move my stepdaughter and her family into their home that's like 33 miles away.
Wow.
So today was the very first day I was actually able to be in my office to actually do some real work, because I had people calling me and I had all this stuff. So please forgive me for not having any political information tonight, folks.
Oh my God, that's a nightmare, Jimmy. I hope next time you rent a car or fly on a plane, because that sounds crazy.
Well,
Jeez.
this was our 13th time going down there, and it was the 8th time that we've taken this vehicle. And the only problem we've ever had before was a flat tire, and that was no big deal. We took care of that pretty quickly. But then this was the engine. So now I want to pivot real quick and share something personal with you guys. I found the joy of AI. I'm telling y'all, this show is going to be completely different. It's a personal show tonight. All right.
Yeah.
So I found the joys of AI generated music. Ruby.
Oh my, is that what you posted on?
Ruby,
You uploaded?
go to my YouTube page. I want to share something with you guys, something personal.
Okay.
Okay.
And go to my videos and play 13 Trips to Paradise.
Okay, so
I would like y'all's feedback on this stuff.
Okay, so this is Jimmy Bell's YouTube channel. Okay, you guys see it now? Oh no, I gotta share mine. Okay, there we go.
All right, and so go to videos and go to 13. Now, for those from the Gen X generation, you'll appreciate the sound on this. Yeah, it's 13 Trips to Paradise. Go ahead and play that for our unrelenting political family.
Trips down Highway 1. Baby, can you believe?
Sun-kissed shores and endless summers, never wanna leave.
Your hand in mine, we're walking that shoreline once again, searching for those ancient treasures where the ocean meets the sand.
Perfect skies of endless blue, every moment spent with you
is all I ever need. We're digging through the ages, finding shark teeth in the tide. With you beside me, baby, I'm so alive. The food tastes sweeter, the sun shines brighter too. 13 times to Florida, and I'd go 100 more with you. Yeah, 100 more with you.
Seaside dinners, plates piled high, every bite's a memory made. Fresh caught grouper, key lime dreams, dancing in the shade.
We needed this together, needed time to just be free.
Away from all the noise and rush, just you and me.
Under stars and setting suns, two hearts beating as one. That's where we belong. We're digging through the ages, finding shark teeth in the tide. You beside me, baby,
The best part's coming up.
the food tastes sweeter, the
sun shines brighter to 13 times to Florida. Till the engine died on that lonely road. 3 hours waiting, nowhere to go. We slept in the car beneath the southern stars at night, but your love kept me warm, and everything was alright. These breakdowns and detours can't steal what we've got. These moments together mean more than you know. Through the struggles and the storms, our love only grows. Nothing's gonna break us, no, nothing's gonna break us. We're digging through the ages, finding shark teeth in the tide. With you beside me, baby, I'm so alive. The food tastes sweeter, the sun shines brighter to 13 times to Florida. And I'd go 100 more with you. Yeah, through broken down cars and the coastal breeze. Every adventure with you brings me to my knees. 13 times to paradise. Alone shining through.
Okay, Jimmy, is that good?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it was right at the end anyway. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I created, or with the help of AI, to memorize.
So can you
our
play those without being like you
Yeah.
play it on your channel? Do you get like hit for copyright?
No, because I've okay. So I told John about this thing, and he's like, "Do what?" So for the last 4 nights, me and John have been just creating mad music. We put our ideas into the AI generator, tell it certain things that we want this song to reflect, and it makes it. And then we send it over to Sunu, and you can paste the lyrics, and you can adjust the lyrics, and you can pick what genre of music you want it to be. So I went on a mad rock spree. Then I did a blues spree, and then last night I put together a country album. So and basically what I've done, and what John's done too, is I'm not a writer. I could write, but I'm not a singer, and I can't play any musical instruments. But I got all these thoughts in my head, and reminiscing about being at my granny's place, and different thing. And so I put together like 30 some songs already. And
wow, so you're an artist now.
No.
You know what I want to do? I want to do this for my other YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because I get copyrighted all the time for stupid music, even when it says it's free, and it irritates me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to talk to you, Jimmy, about this.
Yeah. So I posted, it on YouTube, and I told John, I said, I'll probably get a copyright strike, but they haven't said. It's all original stuff. So it's not like the YouTube algorithm is going to pick up these songs because they didn't exist. So I've done several. I did one called Rise Up, and that's my middle finger to the authority and tyranny. So that one was pretty good. I like that one.
Well, you can sell them and pay for your car payments. I mean, your car repairs.
Well, I tell you what, I did. I know this is not we don't talk about the Watchtower, but there's a song on there called Dead to You, which is basically to my parents saying, you bow to your deity, and you lost your son, or what. It's this whole it's called Dead to You. It's actually pretty, I like it. I'm a little biased, but I don't care what anybody else thinks, but whatever.
Did you make that
This
song?
is
The
very
Dead to You
interesting.
thing?
It is.
Yeah. So, do you want to play Dead to You? Just the first 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Just-
go ahead.
Okay, it's on.
So
we
do you
told you.
have
We
the-
told you this show was
Do you
going to be
have the
different
rights to
tonight.
these
I know,
songs
but
right
I
now?
got some stuff to talk about. But go
We
ahead.
will. I'll just share this last little bit with you.
Okay, I'm looking for it. Wow, Jimmy, there's a lot here.
Yeah, like I said, we've
Okay.
been having a lot of fun with this. Just play like the first 30 seconds. Oh, where's the volume?
I like the title.
Yeah, you got to start over, and or there's no volume.
Okay, that's weird. So that's probably what happened last time. It lost connection. And that never used to happen to me before. So what's going on here?
So yeah, my first three. Yeah, we'll see if it can. See if it.
Said I'm twisted.
Oh yeah, start it over. Start over.
You turned your back like I never existed. Erased my name from your family tree. Said I'm a ghost. Said I'm twisted. Cause I won't bow to your deity. You built these walls stone by stone. Cast me out into the cold. I'm flesh and blood, but your heart's of stone. And I'm the price of breaking your mold. I'm dead to you, but my heart still beats. It's breaking through.
Jimmy,
Okay.
Yeah.
can I take that from you, and I will put that as like my channel that you guys all know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that as my opening.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm
That's
not kidding.
fine.
If you let me, I will
Yeah,
go and do that.
you have full permission to do that, my friend.
It sounds like Disturbed from Metallica.
Yeah, so I did another one, Breaking the Chains and Breaking the Mold. Those were kind of Watchtower related. And then I just did some others about, my love for my wife, and I did some blues songs. I did one called Green Cathedral that gives ode to Mary Jane. So yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it. So
This is really weird for me, Jimmy, because you guys, I mean, if you guys know, I'm a traditionalist. I don't like modern stuff like this. It's not even a real person singing it. It's not even real instruments. So I am, it's a love-hate relationship I'm going on. I'm on the fence with this.
yeah, see, I get that. And that was my first reaction. And this kind of will bleed into the political thing. But if we look at the music industry right now and
Yes.
the corruption, the pedophilia, the satanic worshiping, all this stuff is in the music system right now. And so, if I kind of have the feeling you do about, AI taking over. But then I look at the other side, and I'm like, there's a lot of people out there that would have great ideas for music. They just don't have a way to express. It's being monopolized by big entertainment. And so people will put out songs, and the reason I like it is because I get tired of listening to the same crap every day on Spotify or whatever. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to create some new music. And today I just listened to the country album. I got 11 songs on there, and I just listened to the country album today. And I wrote a song about my dog Maddox. That one made me cry. So anyway.
Wow.
So
I mean, it's a nice hobby, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. John's done John did a metal album for retelling of the gospel of Jesus. He's also done a Christmas album too. So we've had a freaking blast doing it.
As long as you guys are having fun, I think that's awesome.
Exactly.
Like, doing your thing. I think it's good. By the way, I want to do a little shout out real quick, if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Ruby, I watched your interview.
Oh yeah? How did you like it?
I liked it a lot. I literally just saw that interview like maybe an hour or two before the show.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So if anybody doesn't know, I did an interview recently with Quinn Wright. Some of you guys have seen it because I've seen the comments. But yeah, that was really cool. Quinn asked me to join him and talk about my unpopular opinions. and and it wasn't even that spicy. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, it wasn't even that bad. But it to some people it might be unpopular. But I spoke about friendship and how I don't view everybody as my friend, and just go watch it. Go watch it. It's cool.
Good.
So
It's good.
you.
I'm telling you guys, you should watch it. I really like the definition of friend that you gave. I really, really liked it. So
Yeah.
Right.
So thank you, Bo. That's kind of sweet. Thank you.
I wanted to. I was gonna send you something earlier today, but I was on the roof putting Christmas lights and I didn't get a chance to. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a crazy week and a half. So I've told my story, let you guys know what's up. And so from here on out, I guess Gail said she had some things she wanted to talk about, Gigi.
Yeah, Gail, go right ahead.
I don't. All right. I'll just mention a few because two of them are probably going to be a long discussion with everybody, and I'm sure Bo knows about this one. But did you know that Erica Kirk is 8 weeks pregnant?
Okay, pause.
What?
No way. No, I don't. Are you sure if that's actually true? Because
He's
I
8 weeks pregnant, and Charlie's been dead for 10 weeks. And guess who the daddy's supposed to be? JD Vance. I don't know how true that is.
Stop.
You can check.
Where is this coming from? I have not heard this.
I had the same reaction. I had to look at it.
So here's my question: where did you see this information?
Yeah, because
I have a big screen TV and I have YouTube and I have everything from A to Z on YouTube. It popped up quite a few times, and now but I saw JD with his wife on Thanksgiving passing out turkey dinners to the soldiers. So I don't know how true it is, but I don't know. You can check it out yourself. Now the next one, another conspiracy. Did you know Garth Brooks is now a serial killer?
I heard about this.
Yeah, we've heard about that one for a while.
Yeah, that's been around for a while, though.
Oh yeah, he's and they have some pretty good documentation wherever
they do.
Wherever he's been, there's been dead bodies. So
wait,
that's another one. Garth Brooks, the country country western singer. You don't know?
Hold on, I gotta Google this. What's his name again? I'm sorry.
Garth, Garth Brooks.
She was a baby when he was popular.
Yeah, he was huge when I was young.
We're talking like early to mid 90s was when he got big.
And I know you didn't talk about Mandami, but we can wait for next week for him.
Taylor
right?
Green. Oh, can you guys talk about Taylor?
And I had one more.
Oh my God. We have to talk about that one. But hold on. This Garth Brooks guy.
Yeah.
What's the rumor with this guy?
That he's a serial killer.
Yeah, the rumor is that every freaking concert he's ever done, there's always been a murder surrounding that concert. A murder of someone.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Now they've like Gail just said, they have documentation and evidence of these things actually happening. It's just such a coincidence that it always happens at a Garth Brooks concert.
Oh, wait a minute. He has an alias too.
Chris Gaines.
Yes. And he sings he's very creepy looking. You should actually Google him now, Ruby. And he's very creepy looking. Yeah,
there's several. There's a prominent country singer, George Strait, one of my favorites. God, I hope he's not corrupt.
I like him too.
Yeah, but he does not acknowledge Garth Brooks as being a member of the country music family because there's several country music stars that have denounced Garth Brooks.
Wow,
my next thing is, did you guys ever watch To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen?
Yeah.
Well, he's back on with new stuff. And it's called True Blue. And you have to gotta watch the characters that he's been busting. So it's Chris Hansen again. He's back on with his To Catch a Predator show.
Interesting.
I know. Well, if we talk about Somalia and Walsh, that's going to take a lot of discussion. I guess.
Oh, the Tim Waltz dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's despicable. He needs to go to prison. And then this Pete Hex, whatever his last name is, with the he's going to go on. They want to interview him in Congress because they're blaming him for killing these Venezuelan cartel.
Yeah, I saw something about that today come through, and I'm like, oh God, what the hell is that? So there's been so much that's happened.
Oh yeah, it doesn't end. And Melania is going out to California to make a movie. She's going to have her own movie production.
Really?
I did see that, like a production. She was a production starting up a
Interesting.
production company, I think it was. But I'm not too sure because I didn't read into it.
Wow.
So those
Did
are
you guys hear about the Venezuela is being connected to the actual like voting machines, the ones that were hijacked?
Yes, I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. I was watching some of that.
Now, what can happen to Pete? Can they?
But something is going on.
Well, they blew up a cartel boat, and there was 2 guys hanging on, and then they blew it up again. So that's what the controversy is about.
Oh, you killed drug dealers? Oh gosh, how
Wow.
I know. That's what I said.
Gosh, my
You
heart
know,
goes
I have
out.
a hard time having any sympathy for them.
I'm the
Wait,
same way.
we were supposed to feel bad that you don't get to kill children? Oh, I'm so sorry.
And the thing is like we talked about, you know, before
But
I
hold
went on
on, the
vacation.
whole Venezuela, what's going on? Because
Well, Trump wants to deploy the soldiers on land now.
what's going on that Trump said that he's going to bomb them?
So from what I understand from the buildup of this, the media is trying to portray that Trump is going to go into, go on, send troops in, for boots on the ground. They did it with Iran. They've done it with Syria. Every time there's something going on, they always say Trump is going to, go boots on the ground. I don't think he's going to do that.
I don't think so either.
Because he set himself up as a peace president. But Venezuela does have ties. That's a communistic state, ties to the deep state. Like Bo said, they were involved in the voting machines of 2020. They also have human trafficking coming out of Venezuela, drug trafficking, and all this stuff. And the thing is even though this is happening to Venezuela right now, Cuba's next. Just mark that down. I do know that. So, but all these things that are being blown up are being done in international waters. So the media can't say, or Venezuela can't say, oh, the United States is bombing us, because it's being done in international waters.
The only thing that's really bad about this, though, and this is my opinion, and I just want you guys all to know it, every single time we blow up one of those boats, do you know how expensive that missile is?
No.
Yeah.
I really think we should just machine gun them.
Oh my God, that's worse.
I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious when I'm saying this. Those things are so expensive, and those missiles are so complex. It takes a long time to build one of those things.
Yeah.
And they're not cheap.
No.
So, yeah, do you know how cheap bullets are? They're pretty cheap. So 50 cal is just as effective. I'm just saying.
Oh, side note, while we were on vacation,
Ruby, I don't think you agree with me, but
while we were on vacation, my wife had entered a raffle for our grandson's softball or baseball team. And while we were gone, she won 2 22 rifles.
Wow,
Nice.
cool.
That's crazy.
We went and picked them up. We went and picked them up Saturday.
Wow. So, Jimmy, question for you in the chat from Justin. Sure. Any update about the Operation Spotlight letters?
No.
I got a response.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I have it. Well,
yeah, you sent me a picture of it.
Jimmy, I showed Jimmy. I have the letter in my room.
Well, you didn't show me.
I told you guys about it.
When did you get it? I've been waiting for months.
Yeah, he told us.
I got it very quickly after I sent it.
Really? I sent mine directly to Trump.
Yeah, I haven't received anything. And, like I said, when we started that operation, I didn't know if it was going to be successful or not. It could have fallen on deaf ears or whatever, but it was worth a shot. Then I started thinking, well, if there is a clandestine military operation going on, at least they know that the public knows about the corruption of that certain organization, so they may not address it right away. It's nice that they did send letters out, and there were a few responses from lawmakers in Washington State. So I don't know. They're out there. They have the information. We'll see what happens. If nothing happens,
Can I
at
ask
least
something about this?
yeah.
That I've been hearing, and I have not looked into this, and I don't know if this is just like a got you thing, but I've seen multiple videos of people talking about that organization and that there is a $100 million lawsuit.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
I don't
With the
know.
circuit overseer. Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
So on top of the 1,000 that's already there, there is a 100 million one on them.
Yes. It's a lot. It's a horrible story too.
I know nothing about it. I just
I don't
saw,
either.
and I've seen some of them, and they're always got yous, and I didn't feel like wasting my time.
Did Vern post a video about it? Fixing my face?
Yeah, Vern did.
Okay, so yeah, I think I saw one of those videos. I'm gonna have to watch that. Okay, thank you for bringing that up because that's a great find. Okay, so question, Jimmy, about
Sure.
Marjorie, because Bo brought it up. Gail mentioned it. So when I found out that she was resigning, I was like, I was a little shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little shocked, and then I got upset because, okay, all right. I'll just play the clip here of what she says, just so that everybody's, on the same page, and then I'll read the caption.
Through it all, I never changed or went back on my campaign promises, and only disagreed in a few areas, like my stance against H-1Bs replacing American jobs, AI state moratoriums, debt for life 50-year mortgage scams, standing strongly against all involvement in foreign wars, and demanding the release of the Epstein files. Other than that, my voting record has been solidly with my party and the president. Loyalty should be a two-way street, and we should be able to vote our conscience and represent our district's interests because our job title is literally representative. America first should mean America first and only Americans first, with no other foreign country ever being attached to America first in our halls of government. Standing up for American women who were raped at 14 years old, trafficked and used by rich, powerful men should not result in me being called a traitor and threatened by the President of the United States, whom I fought for. However, yes, hurtful, my heart remains filled with joy, my life is filled with happiness, and my true convictions remain unchanged because my self-worth is not defined by a man, but instead by God, who
Watch her
created
eyes.
everything in existence.
She's reading.
Yep.
Yeah.
She got
What
linked
about
to
her
George
eyes?
Soros. She got exposed.
She was reading. You could see
Yeah.
that she was reading, and there was reflecting in her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just got
Is that a bad
exposed.
thing though? Because I wouldn't be able to remember all of that if I was making a video.
I sent a text to Jimmy about, I forgot the woman's name, and she exposed Marjorie, and she's supposedly linked to George Soros, one of his many organizations that he owns, and also she might be running for office, and I forgot what it was. But
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy called this out like right before he went on vacation.
he did,
and
yeah,
I like her.
he did.
And he said, "Watch, she's going to be gone." I just want to point that out. That's when it happened. I was like,
He was correct.
What?
Yeah.
Am I the only one that didn't see this coming?
Yeah, Jimmy said, "Watch, look at her." No, it was at the very end of one of the videos, and I don't
Yep.
remember which. I think it was the one where I derailed everyone about UFOs and completely. Yeah.
No, it was,
And then
it
at
was
the end,
right
Jimmy's
before-
all-
it was a week before. You didn't do one last week because you were sick, but it was the week before that Jimmy come on and said that about Marjorie
Yeah.
Taylor.
And he dropped
Yeah,
the bomb, and he was like, "Look at her bank account. $3 million came from nowhere. She's done
Mhm.
for," or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Okay,
really?
but
"Really?"
what does that have to? That may be true. I'm not denying that. But what does that have to do with her resigning or staying? Like, what am I? I think I'm missing something. What am I missing?
Took a
Is it
bribe.
because?
So let's recap it for a second. Let's look at the money. That right there is the biggest thing for me. Again, the salary for a congressman is like $185,000 a year.
Okay.
I think they got a raise. It might be $215. Somebody can look it up, but $185,000. Let's just say $200,000. All right. So she served 2 years, and she's on her 3rd year right now. So that would be $600,000 that she would have made while in Congress, correct?
No.
Or maybe a little
She's
longer
getting
than that,
taxed,
because I
too.
think she.
But my technically it would be like $600 that she gotten from her salary.
Mm-hmm.
But she's now worth like $22 million.
But that's no different from any other politician. What makes her different?
Exactly. This shows that there's corruption on both sides.
Yeah, but we know this. What does that have to do with her resigning? Okay, even if she did do that, my
Part
point
of the money
is,
that she got, my speculation is that that's part of the deal that she took. To get that money is that she's going to turn on Trump, turn on the movement, and then squeak out. And now she's going to leave, and this is what's going to happen. This is the theory, okay? She's going to leave. This is why all of a sudden all the media opened up to her. All of a sudden she's on The View, and the leftists are all like, oh, yeah, you're the greatest thing ever. And who owns all those things? It's a big friend of ours.
Soros.
His name is Georgie Boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. She took the bribe, and now her career is being set up. She's going to come out. She's going to write a book. Then they're going to use that book to funnel money to her illegally. She's going to explode with money, and then she's going to show up on The View, other things, and then she's going to switch parties, and she's going to become the hero of the left that turned on the right to show how he's become corrupt, and she's going to be used as a political tool.
And remember, when Trump starts to hone in on somebody, he pushes his if he wants somebody exposed, he pushes them into the spotlight. And that's what happened here. Now,
okay, hold on.
Okay.
Ruby, call me out. If I say this
I'm not saying
and I end up being wrong, you have to be like putting Bo in his place. Beep! Bad Bo.
Yeah. No, but that's not even the issue. It's because we already know that exists. That's not even my problem, because I know everybody is corrupt. It's politics. My thing is that why would she resign? Because even if she was corrupt, she can be corrupt for the good side, technically. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
she can be one of the good guys in that corruption, and instead of quitting and getting out of that fight, you stay in it. Because how can you complain about something and expose the way that they are, and then take yourself out of the equation when you could have done something about it? You're in a position of power. Why take away that when you have access? You're already inside. So why would she do this? This is what bothers me.
She may have, and this is just speculating, she may have taken a deal to not be exposed anymore. And hey, you need to resign, because if you don't resign because you are a traitor, we're going to expose everything else about you. That's a possibility.
There is another possibility out there too, and this was a little bit more on the left field, is because she was so hardcore about pushing Epstein, and she might have gone too far, and people who are, because now she's floating towards the side that it was on Epstein's side.
Yep.
And then maybe they got to her and they're like, hey, do you want to end up like Charlie?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so
dark. Because think about this. It's not like politicians getting killed mysteriously is new. Like, this has always been happening and will always be happening.
Yeah.
It's just, it doesn't happen as frequently in the United States, but everywhere else, this is like a normal thing. I mean, look at Mexico. They killed, like, during that trial, 22? And then they're still doing it. Like, we're lucky that it doesn't happen more often than it does.
Think about all the political assassinations that have happened in Germany this year.
Yeah.
Tons of them. At least 8 or 9 of them that I know of.
And what about Hillary? She's got 51 attached to her.
Yeah, she's got 51 body bags attached to her.
Now I just Googled it, and they said Marjorie's on X on Friday explaining why she resigned, but I didn't read it.
Yeah, and
something doesn't sit right with me. I don't
then,
like it.
And
Yeah,
then
it
again, and then again, you know, if we want to look at this like wrestling, what's that phrase that they use? K-fob? Help me out. K-fab or something like that. But it's like, oh, let's pretend we don't like each other and, you know, play that up and then come back later and be like, haha, we set all y'all up. Y'all fell for it, blah, 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 blah. And that could be another thing going on too. I don't know.
Who knows? They all lie anyway.
But
Yeah,
it's a very
that's the
interesting
thing.
movie.
But they all are like this. They all do the same thing, and they're in government for like 50 something years. Why is she resigning now? She could have been one of the good ones, one of the greats. She was already there. They all were like working together, and you know, like I would have to me it seems like instead of going the hard, like she took the easy way out, basically. That's kind of how I feel, because you could have stayed there, finished the job, or continued to do whatever without that fear. And I feel like the fear got to her, and then she ultimately is resigning.
Have you seen the list of all the I did see this the other day, a list of all the politicians that are not running for re-election next year?
No.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's like over 40 to 50 of them.
Wow.
What?
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
Google it real quick. How many politicians are not running for re-election next year?
Is that
How
tied
many
in with the Epstein
politicians
by
are
any
not running
chance?
for re-election next year?
Is that because of Epstein?
No. Maybe some of it is, but
Not running. Okay, let's see what Google says. If they give me an answer, let's see. 36 U.S. House members and 8 Senate members have announced they will not be seeking re-election in the upcoming 2026 midterms.
so why are we just focused on Marjorie Taylor Greene and not the other 40 people?
I mean, that was my next thing. Is like, why would she give up her seat? I don't know. I feel like going the wrong way.
Maybe because they know the gig is up.
52 members of U.S. Congress, 10 U.S. senators, and 42 U.S. House representatives. That is crazy.
Wow.
That's over that's like 102 or something like that.
You remember there was a Q post that had a picture of Julian Assange, and it said, after everything is said and done, 98% of Washington, and talking about politicians, 98% of Washington, or 98% of Washington will be gone.
That's crazy. That's creepy.
Is that that might be a good thing?
Oh, that's a great thing.
Yeah, well,
what
I was
about Tim
kind of
Walz?
thinking.
You gonna be going?
Tim Walz.
Did you guys already talk about Tim Walz?
We haven't talked about Tim Walz.
Sorry.
What happened with him?
Oh
no, I'll
geez,
let you guys finish this, and then I'll yeah.
That's going to be
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I'm ready for it. What happened?
Tim Walz is involved in a $1 billion scandal with Medicare.
Oh yeah,
and it was coming from the Somalis in his state.
Oh, I did hear about
arrested
that.
like 50 of them, or no, not 50, 40 of them have been arrested, and he knew about it. And then so what ended up happening on X, people in that what do you call it? What is it? The DFL. Because he's refusing to do anything about it, and they were reporting out the amount of fraud that was going on, and it was like they sent him one thing that was worth $500 million.
Wow!
And he just blew it off, and then he started attacking them and threatening them. Now, this is the part that's bringing up. Now, think about this. Now they openly said that he's threatening them, and he started using the system and police to threaten them and shit. Well, think about the one senator that didn't vote the way he wanted, and what happened to her.
Yeah, she got shot.
She got murdered.
Yep.
And what did the murderer say?
He was told to do it. I don't know.
That he's the one who said to kill her.
Yep.
And they said that his statement can't be used because he's not mentally with it.
Yeah.
The same guy who dressed up in a cop uniform, wore a mask, shoot them, and then managed to get away from the police and then got caught.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
So this psycho was going to be our vice president.
I know.
Hell no.
Yeah. Now, when you think about this, think of the level of corruption for him to be doing this. Like $1 billion. Like this isn't like a
Mhm.
couple $1,000,000. We're
Right.
talking about $1 billion. And this guy's
Mhm.
ex-military, and it makes me really wonder, like, what he's really, really into.
Here's what I'm
Right.
thinking. Before he was selected to be run as the vice president, did anybody know anything about Tim Walz?
No,
No,
I didn't.
not really.
So that has me in my conspiratorial brain, if you want to call it that, has me thinking, okay, if everything is scripted out right now and people are being put out in the spotlight to be exposed, if the white hats are in control, then they would set this up to where Tim Walz, because they could have picked Josh Shapiro, they could have picked Gavin Newsom. Everybody was talking about these other top Democrats that could have ran with Harris, but Tim Walz was picked, and now we're finding out about all this stuff about him.
But
Mhm.
yeah, and that's a really good point, because what else is he associated with? What is he famous for besides that? Tampon Tim,
The
transgender.
the transgender stuff.
So now you have this corruption there. You have the murder thing going on, and then you see his obsession with the transgender. Like it's all intertwined.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
why is every shooter transgender? Why is our politicians getting caught into the transgender movement? Like, why is everything that's involved with criminal conspiracies has transgender associated with it? Like,
Yep.
like where did this transgender connection come from? Like, I didn't even know what transgender was until like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Like, I really never even dealt with it or ever seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was watching some movies recently, and they were as old as like 2013, 2014.
Mhm.
And I started noticing that even through the movies, they were introducing those types of, it's like they were hinting at it. And that's when it's like they were first testing it out, putting it out there in movies. And I noticed in like around 2014, that's when that conversation started. And now 2024, it's full blown on the television.
Who was president during that time?
2014, Obama. Yeah.
What do they say about Michelle?
Yeah.
So,
there is something else about this that I want to throw out here. Just a little teeny little fact that only a super nerd like myself is going to be aware of this, and I'm going to share it with you guys about the transgender thing. Okay. So, do you guys know what Star Trek Next Generation is by any chance?
I do.
I believe so.
The very first episode, right? You'll see that there are, when the ship is separating and the crew is like running around to get onto the saucer section, that first episode, you will see that there are men in dresses. And they put that out there on purpose, and very few people catch it because the scene only lasts for like a few seconds. But yeah, there's men running around in dresses, and they wanted to see how people would react to it. And
how was the reaction?
Good applause. It was like people thought it was really weird because they wanted to do this like binary no sexual thing, and then they decided that it was the audience didn't like it, and then they stopped. And then you look at modern Star Trek now, it's like, I don't even call it Star Trek, it's gay Trek. You know, like I'm not even joking. Like the new series, whatever it's called, like half the crew members are all gay. Like not even joking.
Yep, and they're doing the same BS in Stranger Things because the season 5 just came out. And I was right, because I was so upset. And that was a great show. Like I remember watching it from day one, and they continue to do this to me. So
well, you know
season
what?
5 just came out, and they started stuff.
Wow.
Well, look who they're targeting. Like with Stranger Things, the only reason I know about Stranger Things is because of my 13-year-old granddaughter, and all of her
it's
friends,
the young generation.
and all of her friends watch this stuff. So they are targeting our children, our youth, with this propaganda.
Exactly right. And it gets me upset because I'm trying to watch something, right? I'm trying to enjoy something. I'm 29 years old. Stranger Things. I feel like that's an adult type of show, even though there's kids in it. But I hate the fact that that's true. That little kids are gonna be watching it and they're gonna see that bull crap. And just the way they script it, like just the way the characters are speaking to one another. Oh well, how do you know? And it's like they're triggering that conversation between each other, and the characters
Nobody
are
talked
kids
like that in the
themselves.
80s.
Yeah.
Nobody talked about that stuff in the 80s like that.
Exactly. Like,
I
oh
was
my
just sitting
god.
there thinking that,
It's
Bo.
hard.
Yeah.
It's
It
just,
doesn't even fit.
and I saw a brief comment where somebody said that they're trying to, delegitimize the nuclear family. And that's true. They've been doing that for a long time.
Oh yeah.
This is just another step. This is just another part of that slippery slope that started 25 years ago.
Oh, I would.
Yeah,
I would
as long
say
as
when-
I've been alive.
Oh, 35, maybe 35. Going back to, I always go back to Married with Children, only because they portrayed the fathers back then as aloof, lazy, stupid. Think about all the
Homer
sitcom,
Simpson.
the sitcom dads of the 90s. Show me one where they were viewed as like, okay, Bill Cosby's not a good example, but for sake of argument, Huxtable, Mr. Huxtable, he was a great dad, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Name me one from the 90s. Maybe the guy on Family Matters. Okay. But other than that,
Yeah,
not many.
yeah, but
Yeah,
even
no,
Bill
role model.
Cosby. Okay, hold on. So
Yeah.
the thing is with Bill,
Bill Cosby was corrupt too. I'm just going with the
he
character.
was.
I'm just going with the character of Huxtable.
and if he was
Oh.
corrupt, can you tell me how, like in a nutshell?
He drugged women to have sex with them.
Are you talking about Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
Yeah, because okay, you see, Bill Cosby to me is like the Harvey Weinstein type of story. Is that these
Correct.
women start claiming that they were drugged and that they had to do it to get a part or whatever. But the other side of the story is that those women asked for it. So was it not those women asking for drugs and he provided them with the drugs? I mean, am I understanding it wrong?
No, he drugged them and raped them. He even admitted he
Yeah.
got into it.
Yeah,
he was into
that's
it.
true.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
So they didn't ask for those drugs, or am I confusing the stories?
he would give them like a glass of water, and then they would pass out, and he'd rape them.
Yep.
And that's what he was
disgusting.
accused of.
Yes,
Correct.
that's disgusting.
Yeah,
Okay.
he did that to a lot of
Okay.
people. Like it's not just like one or two. Like he did it a lot because he
Yep.
got away with it because he was so popular.
Yeah, because he's Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know, maybe I misheard or I misunderstood, but that the women were asking for drugs at these parties and he was the one who provided them. And then they came and started accusing him of drugging them.
You know what trips me out is we had absolutely nothing to talk about tonight. We had no idea what we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
And now we're rolling with it. Welcome back to the Unrelenting Political Corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't believe
Yeah.
these types of stories when they start accusing celebrities and all that, like all these sex crimes. I'm sorry, I don't believe them. And that industry is corrupt, is so corrupt that it's very hard for me to believe it. Like the whole P. Diddy's kind of story. It's like that is what that world breeds. So how can you make a case against it when that's literally what they do and have done for decades?
Yeah, before we came on the show tonight, they were replaying the movie Queen. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. They actually did a really good job with that movie. But there's a part in there where Freddie Mercury had a guy, it was his lover, who basically was like a barnacle to Freddie. He only hung around Freddie for the money and the fame. Once Freddie found out that he didn't, relay the message about Live Aid, Freddie kicked him out. And while he was kicking him out and said, I never want to see your face again, and blah, 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 this guy says, well, I've got pictures and I will release them and I know things. And then later on in the movie, in another scene, it shows Freddie sitting on his couch watching TV, and that guy is on a talk show talking about, Freddie Mercury's lovers and that they have pictures and all. So this blackmail has been used a lot and for a long time. It's just the public really didn't know about this stuff. But over the last
Mhm.
5 years, we've been slowly exposing it, and people are starting to realize this.
Right. Okay. So I guess my last point would be that we already know that this exists in that type of industry. So if you're going to start accusing people and putting them in jail, then put everybody in jail. Because how can you put some and not others when the whole entire industry breeds this degeneration and these
That's the
crimes?
problem is they should.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who's to
That's
say?
what I'm saying.
Who's to
I
say
agree with you
some?
100%.
Who's to say some of them aren't already there, and we just don't know about it yet?
That's true.
That's the problem. We don't know about it yet. We only hear about it when it happens to somebody as big as those people that it's happened to, and they finally
Well,
go to jail.
Remember,
Oh my gosh. You guys
you-
just reminded me of something. Do you know about the rapper?
Which one?
which
The
one?
rapper that just went to jail for Obama?
No.
I heard something briefly about that, but I don't
Rapper
know.
Harris Michaels sentenced to 14 years in prison over illegal donations to Obama campaign.
Yeah, yeah.
See, what-
Wow.
Yeah.
What
You
was
guys
the
talk about
rapper's name?
I was rapper. It's PRASMICHEL. Praise Michelle. I don't know who that is.
Whoa! Praise Michelle,
Yeah,
and he donated to Obama's campaign.
yeah, a huge
that how
amount
you-
of money.
Is that how you pronounce the dude's name?
It's PRAS
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it.
space MICHEL.
If it's
What?
What is
Michelle
his
Obama,
name?
Michelle Obama, praise
Oh.
Michelle.
Oh, Praise Michelle, rapper.
Why?
I don't know who that is.
I'm not
to be honest with
finding
you.
it.
I'm just saying. If he donated to the, if he
It's
donated
on
to
the
the,
Washington Post, Washington AP, Grammy winner rapper. I don't Perzerol, PRAKAZREL. Praise Michelle was fugitive.
maybe that's
was
not-
sentenced.
I don't know how they pronounce his name, but if it was pronounced like that, that sets off a red flag with me, because praise Michelle. If that's the
No,
case,
that's blocked
I'm not
out.
saying that's, but it could be pronounced a different
Yeah,
way.
put it in the chat. Put the Bo, put it in the chat so I could like copy and paste it. Lisa San says the rapper was part of the Fugees, because I've heard about the Fugees and
Yes.
the connection to Obama, but I never knew what that connection was. But I've heard of the name before.
Interesting.
And Alpha, the first one, 1222, just sent $5. Super chat.
Oh wow,
That's so cool.
wow. What's the chat saying? We
Yeah.
haven't checked in on the
And
chat
he
in a little while.
Oh yeah, the chat is on fire. Let me go back. Harry Weinstein allegedly was set up, Empath Lady says. And I've heard that too.
I've heard
And
that too.
it's like, yeah, that's what makes me so doubtful. But Jesse says everyone is compromised.
I wouldn't doubt that.
That's how I feel. Even with the political stuff, it's like everybody's corrupt. Like I don't care about that no more. Like I'm literally over it. I just want to know: can you be corrupt and still do the right thing, please? For once, like can we at least?
That's not going to happen. That's not. They are criminals. They're criminals.
Did you hear?
I
that
know, but
Mandami-
we have
I'm
to
sorry.
our side.
Did you hear
Go ahead,
that
Peter.
Dami appointed a transgender rabbi today?
Do what? Oh,
What?
the Pope met with a
Was that-
transgender rabbi.
To his so-called team that he's hiring. So now it's a transgender rabbi he's appointed.
Oh
to join
wow!
his team.
Wow!
That happened today.
no.
That's what I said.
No.
I just re-googled it and it came up. Yeah.
Wow!
Ooh, Alpha sent $10. Whoa.
That's Alpha.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well,
He's
Thank you,
donating
Alpha.
$10. Wow.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna start a trend.
He says also AOC has folded. Far left angry at her. Think Hakeem Jeffries. Oh, I hate that guy.
I can't
hate
stand
that.
Hakeem
I
Jeffries.
can't stand him either.
Do you know? See, this is what trips me out because we've been warned about this. And when I say we, I'm talking about those who follow the Q post. You know how in a movie you're watching a movie and you got the villain or the bad guy, and then at the end of the movie, it turns out that he was actually a good guy playing a part. And we've been warned that there could be some individuals, because you got to think about it. The deep state has been infiltrating our government for years. So how do you beat them? You have to infiltrate them back. So
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
could some of these people that we can't stand, like Mondani, Hakeem Jeff, can't stand that dude. Some of these people that we can't stand, are they actually doing the bidding of the white hats to expose the corruption? That's a possibility.
You think AOC is one of them?
No.
Part of me thinks she is.
Stop it. Stop.
I don't know. I would have a hard time with that.
Hey, I gotta leave it on the table, man.
I can't. There's too much.
Can you repeat that?
Repeat what?
What you just said?
That craziness that they just said. She wants you to repeat that crazy comment you just said.
That some of these people may be playing a part to expose the corruption in that certain area. And maybe AOC, that's a possibility.
I can't keep up with this.
No. Yeah. No. Not AOC. No.
It's tough. I mean, hell, everybody thought Bill Cosby was a great guy for all those years.
I did.
And then come to find out he was corrupt. So is it possible that, oh my God, I've been hating that person for years. Come to find out, oh, actually they were playing for the good guys.
Well, you see, Empath Lady says what was stated was that he was a cheater, not a rapist. So you know what? I'm gonna put a pin on that Cosby story. I'm gonna have to read up about it because I'm still on the fence about the Cosby stuff. I felt like they were out to get him because he was purchasing a big network or something of that nature, and they to get away from him in that deal, they got this accusation against him, and that's nothing new because they do this all the time.
Yeah.
They accuse these big people so that they don't get a seat at the table. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna just leave it there until I do my research.
I mean, it's kind of what they did to Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't think Michael Jackson did the things they accused him.
I don't think so either.
I firmly believed it until I watched the actual kids that accused him came out, and he found out their parents made him do it, and they admitted to it.
Exactly.
And then now it made me think about the Jacksons totally differently, or at least Michael.
Yeah.
Well, Macaulay Culkin came out and said that he loved Michael Jackson and he never touched him, and he used to sleep in bed with him.
Yeah.
And then I won't say the name, but there was a certain religious organization that Michael was starting a movie about to investigate, and then he dies. Like,
interesting.
Really? I didn't know about that.
I didn't either.
Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to say that.
Now we're gonna look it up and find out.
Yes, please send me another email because I love your emails. You see, that's the thing. That's the problem is that I forget things. So I'm so glad that this is recorded like on live stream, so I could go back and watch the live stream. But if you're talking to me like face to face, I will forget 10 minutes later. So thank you for your emails and these comments because I feel like this is too much for me already. This is wild. And I've never heard
going on here. We have the Bill Cosby to investigate. We have our senator who's left us, our white knight.
Oh, and I watched the video you shared, Bo. I said it earlier before you were here about the Knights Templar. That was a great video.
I totally forgot about that. So what did you think about that?
Bro, I told you, was it like Transformers, Knights Templar? And you were like, no. When I saw the documentary, that's exactly what Transformers was about. Like, that's exactly what they were doing in the movie.
Okay. So I want to throw this out, Ruby, from your perspective, okay, because you watched it.
Yeah.
Now, from a historical perspective, they say the Knights Templar were brought down because they were worshiping the occult. And that was at the height of their power, where they're one of the richest organizations on the planet, okay? Now, here's the thing. Now, we know that the king that took them down, that he owed them a lot of money. And so there is a possibility that that's exactly what he was doing. Now, the part that makes me go, wait a minute, is how multiple Knight Templar leaders, like the higher up Templar leaders in different countries, admitted to the exact same deity worship, the headless cat.
But I didn't hear that in the documentary. You said
it was in the documentary.
what?
The one I sent you? Yeah, it's
I
in there.
didn't hear nothing about the occult. I heard about that they were like Catholics or something like that, and they built their wealth and they took land, and they were like the army. They were like protecting people.
Yeah,
and
but
they
towards the end of it, then they talk about when they. Okay, did you see the part where they talk about when they were torturing them?
Right.
Yeah, they were saying that was because they were doing occult wars. That's why they burnt. Now the head guy, the number one guy, the Mason guy, they burnt him alive, and he didn't even make a sound.
No. Okay. I understand.
Somebody needs to send me this video.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
it's like a historic. It's like a thing that talks about. Now, this is the stuff that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Is so from because I'm big into history, right? I really like war and history.
Yes.
What you're watching is the kind of stuff that I was used to growing up and seeing on the History Channel. You don't see this stuff very much anymore, and they've slowly been erasing this stuff.
Right.
And
but
so
the video never.
Yeah.
The video never said that they actually did that.
Yeah, it does. Because it talks about the headless. They talk about the heads that they were working.
That they were accused of it.
Yeah.
Yes, and they were being tortured.
Under torture, and that's what I wanted to ask you about. Under torture, several of them in different locations admitted to worshiping that headless cat.
Yeah, but they were being tortured. They're gonna say whatever. That doesn't mean they actually did it.
And I agree with you, but here's the part: is why all of a sudden are they all admitting to the same headless cat thing? That's the part that's weird to me in multiple countries.
I think that the accusation was put upon them to confess. I don't think that was coming from them.
Very, very, very
that's
possible.
what they worshipped.
And that's what I wanted to get your opinion about, because I'm on the edge that I don't know if the Knights Templar really were satanic at the end, or if they were accused and they were innocent, and then the corruption on the kings and queens side put them down because they didn't want they were worried about their power and authority.
They needed to discredit them and to take their money, because remember that king, whoever, I already forgot his name, he was trying to get the money. I think was he French or something? Because I think he was
the French king.
Yeah, so he wanted to discredit them and dismantle them, and the only way to do it was to accuse them of all of these things.
And he owed a huge fortune to them. So it's one of those things. Now here's the other part is. So when I think about that, and this is the part that makes me kind of wonder about the cat thing, right? Is that former place that we used to belong to, they were buying land that belonged to the Knights Templar, and were building their buildings on those places. And they're building their buildings like in certain numbers. Like they had like, it was some kind of spiritual number that they were building on there. And it makes me go, well, maybe there is something to that Masonic part of that. But I mean, then again, they could just be buying the land because they know it's going to be worth money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a true conspiracy. I think it's a real conspiracy about the Knights Templar, just so that they could dismantle them, get that money back, because the king was broke and he was using the Pope against them, and that was like the corruption we see. They were the kind of deep state, and they were taking out the good guys. And the only way to do that was to, do what they were doing, accuse them of those sins, and then burn them at the stake. Because of course that would be the consequence. So I mean, I don't know. I honestly believe that they were not a part of it. So I will ask around, because that is very interesting.
Yeah, no. When I watched that, I was like, I was really. From a historical perspective, before I watched that documentary, I really was on the side that they weren't. And then when I watched that documentary and I started seeing all that, I was like, and then I started watching videos about Masonic lodges that are not like conspiracy things, just about like their history and stuff. And then I started going, oh, wait a minute. And then I started seeing all those connections, and then the connection to religious organizations. And then I went, yeah, I don't know about that. That started getting kind of weird. And then the Rosicrucian things, and that's when I went, ooh, that's deep.
Interesting.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it is. It's very interesting.
Did you just send me the link to that, Ruby?
I did. I sent it to you on X, so you can watch it later.
Yeah, I just got the notification. Thank you.
You know what's gonna be funny though is like all of a sudden the video gets taken down.
Oh my god.
I'll be messed up. I'll be so messed up. Hi, Jesse. So Jesse just joined the stage. Hi. Aww. How's it going, Jesse? What's up?
Real good. Hey, I wanted to throw something at you, Bo and Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my opinion because you know how some of your comment section, they get mad when male toxicity and but so it's just my opinion as a Republican. As a Republican, and everybody knows I'm a Republican, a closet conservative. I'm not embarrassed of and I was born this way. Just like a gay person is born gay, I'm proud I was born Republican. And I was, even when I was a Jehovah's Witness elder, they couldn't remove me. They didn't know. It was just weird.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I know how you feel. Go ahead.
I want to throw this at you at MTG. I'm not for or against. I really love her. I really do. But from a Republican perspective, Jimmy, I want to throw this at you. See what feedback you give me.
Okay.
I think that the Republican Party is where we go to have ideas. For example, if you look at the Epstein file, Democrat after Democrat is involved in the Epstein files. But yet it's us Republicans that pay the price. It's like that song says, why is the rich man busy dancing while the poor man pays the band? And it's always that way. You see the Democrats leave the border open, but Trump is the criminal for trying to follow the law. It's always that way in life. So what happens in the Republican Party, and I've seen this with my own eyes here in Arizona, here in my hometown. So there's people who've been in the fight, conservative in politics for 40, 30, 20 years. And then a young person comes and they want change now. And they don't know how to work well with others. Like when you were in the first grade and your report card said, this child does not play well with others. MTG is a spoiled brat. Now, doesn't mean I don't love her, but I can't break bread with her. There's certain people you can't work with, and that happens in the Republican Party. I see it all the time. When we go to the meetings, the Tea Party or the Republican Party, new guys come there and they try to infiltrate it. And there is precedence in it. If you look at the AfD in Germany, one of the key speakers in the AfD in Germany was speaking just like Adolf Hitler. And people are confused right now. Are they saying, hey, is this a secret agent infiltrating the AfD? Or is this true passion that he has for the Deutschland? And that's what happens in the Republican Party. A lot of times, and in Arizona, we had a congresswoman at the beginning of the last session. She got thrown out of Congress, of the Arizona State House, because she couldn't get along with other people. And she accused everybody. They want victory now. They want to chop off heads. They want to turn the United States into a paradise. And they don't understand that it's a long game. So I wanted to throw that angle at you. And I don't think people should just discard it. It is. You have to work well with others. Like, for instance, if me and Rand Paul were in the same room, we couldn't work together. To me, he's a petulant child. He doesn't know he has no pragmatism. But that's just my opinion. Where I would get, okay, Rand Paul, what do you want to do? It's this way or the highway. We're not going to have no. And that's not how Washington and Phoenix gets things done. That's not how the state capitol gets things done. We fight, we win the battles. It's very seldom that we throw a 100-yard touchdown. Sometimes we have to get down in the field and get 5 yards at a time, inch at a time. And politics is a dirty sport. And I think MTG, this is just my opinion, see what you guys think. I think she's a spoiled, petulant child.
But what makes you say that? Like, what did she do or say for you?
She can't work well with other people.
Well, how do you know that? Do you work with her? What was it that she said or that she did that makes you believe that?
Okay, I just said it. The Epstein file. Let's just take the Epstein files. Look at who's in the Epstein files. Name me some people that have been coming out on it. We hear of all these prominent names, Prince Andrew, all the way down. People aside with leftist politics, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Spacey, Kevin Spacey.
Oh, let me give you one right now. Chief John Roberts, too.
Chief John Roberts. People aligned with leftist politics. But yet Republicans are killing each other? Think about it. The only people who are going to kill each other and destroy each other's lives are Republicans. We didn't even get no side trim. We didn't even get no tail.
Okay, so what did MTG do about the Epstein?
She went scorched earth. It's her way or the highway. It's either MTG's way or she'll blow up the Republican Party. For example, Lincoln didn't operate this way. Reagan did not operate this way, and Trump does not operate. You fight in the Republican Party. For example, George W. Bush right now, he's trying to take back control of the Republican Party, and MAGA is fighting him because we're the party of ideas. We fight, but MTG is different. She's petulant. She's that little kid in the first grade that the teacher wrote, "This child does not work well with others."
Okay, and so do you think that that's why she resigned? Because it's if it's not her way, it's the highway?
Yes, and the sad thing is that I really like her. I really love her, and I think Donald Trump really loves her. But when she gets something, love has no. I mean, what is that? What is that saying about no as a woman scorned?
Yeah,
you scorn Marjorie Taylor Greene.
No
she's going to transgender you.
Right. Say that again.
She'll chop off your cojones.
Jesus.
Bo, say it again. Bo, wait. Bo,
there's a couple of them, but it's something like, no scorn until you've seen a woman scorn.
That's
hell hath no
like
fury.
Scorn.
Yeah, hell hath no fury of from a woman scorned.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Right. Okay. I mean,
that phrase, like Pandora's box. Pandora's box is really just women. That's what it really means.
I don't even know what that is, so I'm gonna have to do research about that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, so now I'm open to criticism on that, and I could be wrong. It was just my opinion. Am I wrong?
Can I throw something at you?
Yes, sir.
So
Please.
Okay, so you discussed just to clarify that like we shouldn't be expecting things to be done instantly. There's a process. It takes a while, and we need to understand that process. Do you think that maybe we've gotten too used to the process, and that maybe we should be speeding it up, and we have become adapted to failure?
That's a great. No, I think we're witnesses of success, the greatest success since Abraham Lincoln and Donald J. Trump. And I don't think MTG knew her place. At least the guy took a bullet. At least let him fail. He did build the MAGA movement. This guy has balls of steel. She should know her position and maybe just lower her expectations down a little bit. Is there no room for modesty here?
There's a video of Donald Trump, I think it was back in the 90s, where he talked about loyalty. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, everybody on stage and everybody in the chat would love to have loyal friends, loyal family members, loyal acquaintances. Can we agree on that? Everybody would like to, have somebody loyal to them, right?
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
So if Trump wants loyalty within the ranks, let's just say MAGA, what's the problem with that? But the video he did, he talked about it. He said, well, maybe I need to lose everything just to see who remains loyal. And those are the people that I can work well with, as Jesse stated. So maybe some of this stuff is coming out to see where true loyalty lies.
And also the remember throwing out the baby with the bathwater? Remember, we're all from that religion, like Bo says. I'm going to celebrate Bo. Remember with the Solomon splitting the baby?
Yeah.
And remember the lady who really loved, the woman who really loved, said, no, give her the baby.
Yeah, the actual mother.
Why couldn't Marjorie Taylor Greene say that? Why couldn't she work within?
Sorry to interrupt you. So are you saying that she wasn't loyal?
No. I said she's a petulant child who doesn't work well with others. She can't see the forest for the trees. She can't see maybe there were greater forces are at play. Now, Jimmy's always alluding to that when he says, maybe they're already in prison. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe there was a bigger calling in this. Maybe Trump couldn't do it because they're going to say, hey, you cleaned up the Epstein files. And he says, okay, I'll get my hands out of it. You guys release it. But Marjorie Taylor Greene being in Washington, Why does a Mexican beaner have to come up with this idea? Why can't a woman in Washington come up with this idea? Because she doesn't work well with others.
Okay,
She
but
has no
she
modesty.
resigned, so it's like it's almost like worthless because she's out of here.
Even
Well,
that,
I'm kind of leaning towards what Bo said. You know, greed and power are driving forces, and she may run for a higher office.
yes,
I agree.
yes. Then she's an opportunist.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Gigi.
And money too.
Jesse, sorry.
And,
Thank you, Jesse.
Julian says, Jimmy, Trump appears to be very loyal to BB in Israel.
Don't.
Oh, let's not go there.
Hold on. What's the word I'm looking for? Don't mistake loyalty with the phrase "keep your enemies" or "keep your friends close and your enemies closer."
Pragmatism.
Do you know about? I'm sorry.
The
Go
young
ahead.
generation has no pragmatism. They have no pragmatism. They want victory now. I've seen it with my eyes. When I go to the Republican Party meetings and, you know, we work the pavements, we pass out the flyers, we hand out costumes, we go to the county fair, we preach it, and we see these young kids, they want victory now. Scorch
And the problem with that, the problem I see with that, and I think this is what Trump has seen, there have been other leaders in American politics that have gone straight at the deep state.
Mhm.
And what happened to them? They got shot, killed, things like that. So you have to subvert this is the problem with, you know, like Jesse was saying about the young folks, is they want this issue resolved now. Fix it now. Well, if you go straight up against the deep state, you're going to fail. So you have to subvert their playbook, expose them, and yes, that does take a little time.
And listen, let me give you a good example, Jimmy,
It's the
of what's
kids,
happening
though.
in the world.
That's
with
why this is different.
with fascism and Nazism. The left is so quick to call us fascists and Nazis. And in the United States, you, I, Ruby, and Bo, Gigi, we are checks and balances. We believe in the basic traditional American checks and balances. We believe Democrats are good, and we believe Republicans are good. We believe independents are good. And we try to get the best out of everybody, the American people.
Yeah.
But we know that there are Nazis, there are KKK, there are communists. Look at what's happening in Ireland. Look at what's happening in the AFD. Forces that could be Nazism could take over the AFD, and forces that are right-wing supremacists can take over the liberation of Ireland. That's what happens when there's no moderation. There has to be moderation because there are evil forces in the right and there's evil forces in the left. And America is a tradition of moderation.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, but I do agree with you as well. I have to agree with Julian in the chat, and just to make a side note, Jesse, when you say that the young generation wants the victory now, isn't that what what America is all about?
No. Follow me on this. Let me answer this quick. Look at the way that the frog people, what are the frog people called? The Nick Fuentes people. The way they want victory now. They what business have they built? What families? They don't even have children. They don't have grandchildren. Have they built labor industry? Have they explored?
Well, it is a growing thing as well. I mean,
let me finish.
these things are going to pop up.
When in 1992, when Bill Clinton was running for president, George Stephanopoulos was attacking Bob Dole. And Bob Dole says, there's a generation of kids who never had to sacrifice, who never had to give it, who had his arm blown off. And these kids, they don't appreciate their peers. And for example, when you give too much power to the extreme right or the alt-right, or there's evil forces that they haven't experienced yet.
True.
Okay, I got to say something about the Nick Fuentes thing. Did you guys see what had came out about his subscribers?
No.
That they're bought and paid for?
80% of them were from foreign countries.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah, they did an audit, and that was on X, and they were looking at his subscribers, and most of his subscribers are not American.
Wow.
I'll tell you something weird going on with that guy.
Again, as much as we talk about the far left, we have to talk about the far right too.
And we do.
Yeah. And I've been saying that for a long time, is that, you know, there's a lot of folks out there that, you know, subscribe to the Republican side of things, but they stop with just Republican. and they don't talk about the far right. They're just as bad as the far left.
It's a
So
mistake.
I think what we're seeing right now is the exposure of the far right.
Yeah. So I want to do a little pushback here about what we were talking about. Now, I agree with you that the process needs to be done and it's slow and that's just how it is and that's the way it's set up, checks and balances, right? But when it comes to children, that is not acceptable.
I agree with that.
And that's my generation is telling our old generation that did this, we ain't doing that no more. We're not getting away with that no more. And that's the thing is my kids are now coming in there and they've been taught that, you know, we put up with a lot of stuff, but when it comes to protecting our children, we do not tolerate things anymore. You may have to take things in your own hands.
Right.
You should.
This is where
That's
Jimmy
it.
is right. The extreme. Listen, that could be the tool of the extreme. For example, what did the Cultural Revolution teach us? What did Phnom Penh, the fall of Phnom Penh in 1975? See, I saw this with my own eyes. And this is what I'm saying. When you're older, you get to see this. The communists and the Democrats and the extreme left always use the children, just like the extreme right did, the Hitler Youth. These dictators, and the people who are not experienced can easily fall into a trap by saying, I'm for the children. What did Bill Clinton used to say in the 90s? Let's do it for the children. Remember? Don't you guys remember? They always use the children. And this is how they killed us in China. This is how they killed us in Cambodia, using the children. So you have to temper it. We are descendants of a great tradition called checks and balances. We don't even know how great we are. Our founding fathers, it was a miracle. They said in order to form a more perfect union, they debated all this stuff. They never talked about the children. No, it was we the people. And in the people were the old, the young.
Because they were protecting their children. And if you did something, they would shoot you.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say is that prior generation isn't this generation. When you look at stories from like soldiers that came back, right? We've heard this many times. When soldiers came back from World War II, they come back to their towns. The police were corrupt and doing things and were not obeying the laws. And then there was many times when soldiers took the things in their own hands and there's guns and shootouts. Like if you look at American history, the people, police, government, whatever, doing illegal things, the only thing that stopped them from continuing was people with guns stopping them.
And
how
for
many times have we seen that? That's how the British got kicked out.
I agree 100%.
And with quick proof of what Bo just said, look up, Google it right now, folks, the Battle of Athens.
Okay.
Look that up real quick. What's Wikipedia say? The first paragraph about it. Of course, we don't like Wikipedia, but
is that the one that took place in August 1946?
Yep.
Okay, it was a rebellion by a World War II veterans against local government corruption and electoral fraud.
Yep. So that is proof to back up what Bo is saying.
Okay, so they came back to their hometown and found their hometown under control of corrupt officials who had manipulated local politics for years. Okay, the local government was characterized by predatory policing, voter intimidation, and electoral fraud, leading to widespread discontent among the citizens. That sounds a lot like today.
Yes. And see, that's what happens in the AfD in Germany. So the AfD, the alternative for the Deutschland party, so they're trying real hard not to go into the extreme right because of Nazism. And they've been so successful. Nigel Farage has been in England too, that now they're becoming a majority party. And so what happens is you have Nazi infiltrators or communist infiltrators taking over the party. So everything moderation has built, when somebody new comes in, you have to question it. And that's what's happening in Germany today. For example, look at Nigel Farage in Britain. You know he's going to bring moderation to Great Britain. But what if he makes partners with somebody in the extreme left? He's going to ruin Nigel Farage's reforms.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I was trying to tell Bo. I was trying to tell Bo, yes, I understand the children, but we're not going to give in too much to that point, to that argument where we let down our guard. It always is the process of checking.
Oh, no. So that what I'm saying is you need to be, so for example, Florida, okay? I'm going to use that as my example. If you
Mhm.
do something to children, a really, really
Right.
bad thing that we can't even say, you get the
Right.
death penalty now.
Correct.
Name one other state that has caught more predators than Florida. Now you think about the thing with the Disneyland scandal, like
Yeah.
how many they caught. I mean, I've lost count after 300.
Yeah.
So is there any other state where we see things like that really going on? The
No.
answer is no. Do we see it here in Arizona? Absolutely not, because our police and everything is run basically by the cartels. Everybody knows it. We don't need to pretend like it's not true.
You
That's just how it is.
see?
It's dirty.
You
It's the way it's
see?
always been, and it's a slow process to get rid of that stuff. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to kids, we should make that the exception. And I'm not talking about the stupid stuff where we're sending money to other countries and giving aid to all these false crap. Because I'll tell you right now, because of where I came from, when I hear nonprofit, I don't trust you. I don't give you a dime.
I agree.
I think they're nothing but money laundering. That's all I see when I hear that. If I
Yep.
hear nonprofit, I go, okay, what criminal enterprise is running this?
Yep. Me
So-
too.
So I understand what you said, and I agree with it. It's just that one little part where I say, hey, we should be quicker and faster, because there's no reason that we find out that parent A did this to the child, and then social services is like, well, we don't really know. We're not going to investigate it. We don't have enough people. We're just going to blow it off. And now we lost 300 kids.
Yep.
Hey, Bo,
Exactly.
what I'm saying is, I don't trust nobody. I
Me
don't
neither.
trust nobody. And
Me neither.
look at Alex Jones, for example. I trust Alex Jones, but how did they try to take him out? The FBI and the CIA. How did they try to? Did they try to take him out on kiddie porn? So
They did that, and then obviously there's the $1 billion lawsuit,
right, but what I'm
and they won't
saying
let him
is,
show evidence showing the contradictory evidence that they're putting against him. He's not even allowed to defend himself because it's a fraud.
right,
It's a
but
fake
these
fraud.
communists and these demons, they use projection. They
Yeah.
use the
Yep.
children to get at people. And
Yep.
that's what
Okay,
I'm saying. That's why we
but-
have to be real careful.
So there is one point I see here. I do understand where you're coming from, Jesse, but then I also see, like, with this Battle of Athens that Bo and Jimmy just brought up. Those are very two different sides of the spectrum. One is very extreme, and on the other side, it could also be viewed as doing nothing because the process takes too long. Did the Battle of Athens take long? They took up arms and they did what they had to do. That's how I feel. It's like revolutions, you need to pick up arms and do it yourself, because things are not happening. They're not doing it themselves, because everybody's corrupt, even the judges. And we talk about this all the time. So what are you going to do? You're going to sit there and wait for the process, wait for the system, or are you going to stand up and pick up arms and do something about it?
Well, you're describing the pendulum. You're describing the pendulum. And what Bo described is the pendulum. It swings.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like we need those veterans again from the 40s.
Well, I
feel like we
mean,
need
since,
veterans.
you know, the World War II veterans of the Battle of Athens, you know, they exercised their constitutional right. When they saw a government was over, you know, stepping its bounds, yes, they took it upon themselves to, you know, oust that government. They had every constitutional right to do that. However, that's a good thing. But if we did that same thing on a scale today against our government, how many people are going to die?
It's going to be anarchy.
That's going to be, and see, that's what the white hats that I believe in are trying to avoid, is a full-scale massacre of our citizens. I mean, remember Biden said that they got fighter jets could drop a nuke on American citizens?
Yep.
Yeah, but isn't that illegal? And
Well-
doesn't that mean that the government is too big? It's too dangerous that if they could turn on us? It should be the other way around.
Exactly, and that's what's taking place right now. You think about government is shrinking right now.
Yes.
Government is shrinking right now. Look at all these other governmental departments that are being nullified. They're being taken out. Their Department of Education is all but dead.
And that's what
So-
we need. We need less government.
Yes.
Government has inflated and gotten too big, too powerful, and too corrupt. We need less of it so it can be more efficient.
So think about this. Think about this. We have government shrinking right now. That's what we want,
Right.
Yes.
but we didn't have to take up arms to get it.
Correct.
Yeah. And I'm not happy until a bag of Skittles drops down to 99 cents again.
Yeah.
That's when we'll know that the market, and I know that it sounds ridiculous and silly, but I'm serious. Like when you certain things you can look at in products like that, like at the gas station, like a
Right.
bag of Skittles is $3.99 now.
Yikes.
Jesus.
Horrible.
So when it gets down to 59 cents and $1 again, that's when I'll be like, okay, our inflation
back to
issue is
normal.
starting to fix itself. We're starting to get to normalcy, but I don't know how long it'll take to get there. I would suspect it's probably another 2 years at least.
Yeah. If we look at what I saw this evening, and I think it came out today. I'm pretty sure it came out today. But we talk about the deep state trying to protect themselves from their corruption and
Yeah.
Republican.
Like Costco suing Donald Trump.
Yeah, exactly. So what did they do to try to protect themselves knowing that Trump was getting ready to come back in? They used the auto pen to get their pardons, create, liberal progressive departments in the government. And Trump announced today that all of that, anything by the auto pen, is null and void. So
Yeah. Like it should be.
Fauci.
Hey, and you know what? You know how's the quickest way that I found in my life to shrink government? I know Bill Clinton did a little bit, Ronald Reagan did a little bit, but Ruby, let me ask you a question. Maybe Bo knows. Who is the highest ranking citizen in your county?
I don't know.
Sheriff,
Good answer. What else? Who would you say, Ruby? Who is the highest? And I come at you as an American asking this question, as a lover
In the state or our community?
in your county.
That would be either the town manager or the mayor.
What if I render to you? What if I suggest to you that it's you, the people, the citizen, the sovereign citizen?
you threw a curveball in there, Jesse.
You and I are the quickest way to a small government, because what us 5 people are doing here is we're doing what Thomas Jefferson did. We're doing what the founding fathers did, and we are searching for a more perfect union. People listen to us and they hear things that they never heard before. That it's not the sheriff, it's not the super, it's not the mayor. Grandma is the most important. For who is the sacrifice? Who did Jesus die for if not for the people? Jesus didn't die for the angels. Jesus didn't die for St. Peter. Jesus died for you and I. The same thing as the soldiers on Bunker Hill, the soldier in Normandy. He died for you and I, the citizen. And when we know that, these representatives have to be put to heel. We, the citizens, are the highest ranking people.
And seeing the problem.
Let me throw this at you, because I worked in the public section, and I was a town meeting member. I mean, we can all talk till the cows come home, but what are we doing about it? We need to be proactive, and by being proactive, go to your town meetings, sit in, listen to what they're saying, and you can either vote on it, or you don't have to vote on it, or you can bring up suggestions and ideas and what's bothering you. If these town members, you can't sit home and say, oh, I hate this, I hate that, I wish things would get better. We have to do something about it instead of sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
Be active. I'm sorry. We can spout out all we want, but we need to be proactive and do something about it.
I want to
get our bayonets ready, Jesse.
I want to expound on that comment, Gail, because a lot of people say, oh, well, the Q post, they just made people lazy. They made people just sit back and wait for the military to. No, that was not the whole idea about this. The whole idea about the Great Awakening is to wake the people up so they remember that they have the power and to get involved. Now, getting involved takes many different avenues. You can run for your local office, you can run for your state office, or you can help get this information out to the public, which that's what we've chosen to do. Right. So if you're, and I'm just going to be straight with y'all, because that's the way I am. If you're not actively doing something to help this country win, you're not in the game and you're in the sidelines in the stands just yelling at the people playing the game.
Yeah.
So
watching it go by.
Yeah. And
I agree
the
with you.
reason, and one more point, and the reason this is so important for what we do and what others do is I was gone for a week and a half. I didn't pay attention to anything really. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So how many people out there are so asleep that they have no idea what's going on?
Well, don't you think that's what they want? That's what the government wants.
That's
They want
exactly.
to be complacent. That's why they gave everybody the jab and put all that crap in the vaccines and the food. Why is Bill Gates allowed to do what he's doing? Because he's got money and he's got power and he's part of the elite.
Got so much power. I mean,
we have to do. I'm more concerned about what we're putting in our bodies.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about the government. And another thing I'm concerned about is all these Muslims. Do you know there's over 7,000 mosques in our country? How did that happen underneath our very eyes? That all
Exactly.
24 in the state of Texas. Look at what's going on in Minnesota. And I'm glad Trump's finally going to do something about it. I'm sorry. I can't stand what's going on. If I could get an arsenal of weapons, but now today they announced that there are no more permits allowed for guns. I'm glad I have one. I would like to get more.
Well, I look at that comment a little bit differently when it says there should be no permits for guns. Constitution doesn't say we need a permit anyway.
Well, in my state, you do. You don't get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your state is corrupt.
Everybody should be open
like
carry.
a liberal lesbian governor.
Yeah. So the Constitution, okay, I know there's going to be, well, what about, young people? Okay, adults, 18 and over, okay? 18 and over, you shouldn't need a permit. There shouldn't be a ban on magazines, rounds, anything. Any law that is against our right to own guns and shoot guns is unconstitutional.
What license did Mary and Joseph get?
What?
None.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They put more licensing, more. Mary and Joseph just took Mary home.
Exactly.
A second ago, Bo was going to make a comment after I was on my little rant.
Go ahead, Bo.
I don't even know what I was talking about now.
I was ranting about people not getting involved and helping.
I was just going to say, like, I had a friend that was running for U.S. Senate, and I got involved, and I was helping him and going to the things and doing what I could. That's what I'm talking about. Like, and I'm going to be honest with you. These people that were not knowing what was really going on, that was me.
Yeah,
okay.
It was all of us.
I'm not gonna lie. I was just going to work, doing my thing. I work my ass off all the time. I got kids to take care of, and I just didn't know what was all going on around me.
Right.
When I helped my friend, because I mean, that's when things started getting weird, and then it got super weird, and then obviously when you're working with Republican Party, then you get finding out what is actually going on, and then that's when I'll be honest with you, like I took my red pill.
Yeah.
And there's no going back.
No.
And it was, and I mean, it was a scary thing when like my friend is saying stuff to me that I don't believe because I'm an atheist at the point, right? And then he's saying, by the way, they're going to form a bunch of things against Christians and come after Christians. And I'm like, dude, how many times you guys been saying this? Whatever. And then what happens? Everything he said, word for word, company for company, everything happened.
Yep.
And that was terrifying to me because I was like, that means it was all scripted. Because there's no way you could be this accurate and have this many things and be correct about everything.
Right.
And that's when I was like, okay, so I made a big mistake thinking that this was not true. And now I'm in the position now here where not only do I know it's true, I'm actively working to stop it.
I still am enamored by the message you sent me, Bo, that one time. That said, Jimmy, you've been, what was the phrase? Scary, accurate. It's scary, accurate. Yeah, about what's
scary.
Yeah,
and it's about the Q postings.
Yeah,
Gilbert told me the same thing. Gilbert told me a long time ago, if Jimmy is right on 10%, if let's say Jimmy's right, wrong 90%, he's full of crap. Let's just say, if he's right 10. That's a big stuff right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I just want to throw this out. This is going to be really random here, but okay, I didn't know who Jimmy was. I watched Jimmy on someone's program talking, and he was talking about like the solar energy
Mhm.
that they're using, like the satellite dish that I forgot what the name of the actual program is, but where they're using that and they were burning like a tree and stuff in like farms and stuff. And and I had talked to somebody who was a farmer that was talking about this.
Mhm.
And then I saw Jimmy, and then obviously he talked about deep state stuff and then the organization stuff. And I said, I gotta talk to this guy. And so I made a point to reach out to these people, and then I started talking to Jimmy. When Jimmy started communicating with me, I had just come across Q, right? And I
Oh,
don't
okay.
watch Q. It was it
Mhm.
was when it was brand new and the Q thing
Mhm.
is going on, and I watched that, and I had insider information about some
Mhm.
of the things in the trafficking industry that I knew from police and things. And what Q was saying was so dead on that it freaked me out. I was like, "Whoa, this is stuff that we're talking about behind the doors that you guys don't know about, and that
Yep.
only people in the industry understand or know what's going on." And that's when I was
Mhm.
asking Jimmy. I'm like, "You got to tell me more about this because that video, it was like 3 hours long or something. It got
Mhm.
cut. It is no longer existing, and I've never seen it again."
Wow.
And that's how I came across Q. I don't know what Q actually is, and I haven't seen all the things that Jimmy talks about. I seen the one video that they posted, and that it was all these things about the trafficking, and then it was so accurately scary to things
Yeah.
that we know now that I knew because of my connections, that I was like, I don't know what Q is. My personal opinion is that it is a AI. I think it's an AI system, honestly.
Mm.
Um,
Hey,
I,
Bo, can I throw something out?
I do not believe one bit that it's AI.
Uh-huh.
Because, one thing it said, well, it said you'll be surprised that who's been talking to you. It described the number of people that know about it. It's less than 10. And some of the information that's given in there is so cryptic and kind of hard to decipher that I don't think it's AI. I think it's something else. That's
Hey,
just what I believe.
can I throw something? It goes to what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
Now, an old guy like me, I came in listening to conservative economics, Thomas Sowell, and Ronald Reagan, Barry Goldwater, John Birch Society, Rush Limbaugh, Paul Harvey. And so we came in through that. Ronald Reagan said there really is no left and right. There's only up and down.
Yeah.
And Rush Limbaugh lived on that, but he lived on the left and the right. And so when they died, us guys, we were like lost in the wilderness. When Rush Limbaugh died, I kind of died too.
Oh, I liked him.
Ronald Reagan died. I kind of died too because it was an end of an American era.
Right.
Where we thought. And so these new voices were coming up, like Q, Jimmy's Q. It's a relatively young voice. Now, it was in the background, the deep state, Alex Jones, they were always talking about this, but they never had a great voice because Rush Limbaugh was too great. Paul Harvey was too great. Ronald Reagan was too great. So the voices of Q were very minimal, who were warning about the deep state. And so older guys like us, we're like starting all over. We're like learning to walk because
Yeah.
we've always
Yeah.
been in the battle of left versus right, Republican
Yep.
versus Democrat. We were never in the globalist struggle.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like Moses. Moses never got to see the promised land. He never got to cross over. Rush Limbaugh, Ronald Reagan, they didn't get to see this globalist struggle. They
Right.
really believed the prism. We thought, this is what we thought. We thought in Red Dawn. We really believed in Red Dawn.
Yeah.
We thought the communists were going to come in from the southern border. We didn't know that we were going to vote them in.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a nasty pill to swallow.
Yeah, that's horrible.
You're your own destruction.
Yeah.
And that's
So
and that's what their plan has been all along, for us to destroy ourselves, for us to be destroyed from within. And they are banking on our ignorance as a people to accomplish that goal. And how do they do that? With all the distractions,
Media,
the movies, the
cartoons,
music,
games,
every,
TV.
absolutely having to effing up the economy to where both parents have to work. And then what are they doing then? Oh, they're making tax dollars off of everybody. So it's it's an excellent plan for them, but not for us.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
The whole communism and all this stuff, like it's not something I ever really talked about or really thought about until the last like 5 years or so, but it's not. And I don't know why, and I know it's becoming mainstream what I'm about to say. It's not left, right, it's good versus evil.
Oh yeah. I've been
Yeah, we
saying
say that a
beautiful.
lot.
And that's the problem is I would have argued this not to be true last year.
Yeah. And
And Jimmy has listened to me say that my opinion, and everyone who knows me, talked to me, and I've had a total change because
yeah.
when you see evil, right, and you see what it's doing, and
Right.
what does evil hate? It hates Christians, and what's another thing that hates?
Hates love.
Women. It hates women.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
Nuclear
women,
family.
a woman gave birth to Christ, and they hate women for that. That's why there's a war on women's sports. That's why women's rights are being taken away. This is why women have to go to work. This is why women are told they need to act like a man. It's a very strange thing that what they're coming after. It's an attack on Christianity. Any country that is under global attack right now has a large Christian bias.
Yep.
And they are removing you slowly and systematically.
Bo, you're
Right.
quoting Lenin and Marx.
Huh?
You're quoting Lenin and Marx.
I
They
don't
had
even.
to destroy the old man. They had to
Yeah.
destroy the old family.
Yeah, the oak of the family is their number one goal to remove, and the best way to destroy the family is to destroy the woman. If you make women not valuable anymore, you make women not women, then men don't have something to fight for anymore. They're not fighting for their family, they're not fighting for their children. Women are probably the greatest resource that a country can have.
Absolutely.
And when you demean that resource and make that resource, so for example, taking pills that don't let you get pregnant to destroy your ovaries and destroy everything, being told that you can't have a job and you can't work because you need to have a baby and that you need to put that off till you're 30 years old and high risk.
Yep.
Yep.
If you think about this, like white males are right underneath women, but women are the target, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And that's something that I noticed with the prior organization is that elders they attack women so hard. And that's one of those things that when I listened to a preacher talk about this, and I know that this is the politics side of this is I really believe that the occult background that is running deep state hates women.
Oh,
And if you see the
100%.
women in the political sphere,
Mm-hmm.
the ones that are on the hierarchy don't act like women.
Of course, yeah.
And who treated women best in history? Jesus Christ, when he was on earth.
He treated everybody great. Not
Yeah.
just
What
women.
culture treated women the best? Christianity.
Yeah, thank you so much for bringing that up, Bo.
Yeah,
'cause
so
that
I
is-
just thought I had to spew. I don't know why. It just came out of my mouth. I don't
no,
know why
and
I
it's
just went on that
so
tangent.
true. But
so
that to me, in my opinion, is like
Mhm.
the second awakening, because you first wake up to the deep state stuff, and then once you start realizing that it goes into the spiritual realm, that's like the second awakening, and you keep going through those, and you finally realize the real truth, and you're hitting it. You're getting so close to it.
I'm not going to say I'm a smart person because the reality is I was blind walking around for 40 years.
Yeah.
So yes, I understand history. I know politics, all this sort of things. Yes, I have knowledge here and there. But when it came to like what was actually going on, like I was
Right.
very ignorant, and I was very blinded to what was going on right in my face. And then one day I was like,
Exactly.
okay, it's time to wake up, put my big boy pants on, and realize that, dude, I got to do something about this.
And see, Bo, you're not the only one that's been happening to. I mean, I get messages from people that talked crap about me in 2020, and they say, Jimmy, I'm sorry for the way I treated you. I've taken the red pill since, and my views have completely changed. So that just gives me hope in humanity, because whatever we are doing to get information out and what people, it is working. but it has been a little slow, and that's why there's going to be other things that come out that are going to push our buttons to notice. There's going to be stuff coming out that we're going to be like, what the was that?
Oh yeah, I have a video that I wanted to show you, Jimmy, because I was like, what? Please explain this. This is insane to me.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me put the volume up. Come on.
And then after this, we need to like acknowledge the chat and then start shutting us down.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's 11. So
I didn't think we'd be on here this long tonight, but it's been fun.
But look at this.
Good conversations. Oh, this idiot.
Oh God.
Just a few days ago, sitting Democrat lawmakers looked directly into the camera, not to address the American people, not to debate on the House floor, but to send a message to the United States military to disobey unspecified presidential orders. And the president responded directly. It's called seditious behavior at the highest level. Each one of these traitors to our country should be arrested and put on trial. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. We won't have a country anymore. An example must be set. President Donald J. Trump. Sedition attacks government authority. Treason attacks the survival of the nation. Let me be clear. What these congressional members did was not criticism. This was not oversight. This was civilian politicians speaking past the Constitution, straight to the armed forces. For 249 years, there has been a sacred boundary. Civilians do not encourage the military to weigh the legitimacy of the president's orders. Congress debates, courts review, elections correct, but the chain of command between commander-in-chief and armed forces must remain unbroken.
Yep.
Once lawmakers enlist the military against the president, the republic crosses into dangerous territory, because history shows this is exactly how governments fracture. So we are left with the most serious constitutional question. Did these lawmakers merely undermine the president, or did they attempt to undermine the country itself by encouraging the military to defy civilian authority? My friends, we are all anonymous, and if this is ignored by the judiciary and legislative branches, it will get worse. And if nothing is done, the only peaceful remedy the Constitution gives the people is the ballot box.
Yep.
So these people, were legit. Go ahead, Jesse.
I'm from Arizona. I lived up my whole life in Arizona. I love Arizona. I'm in Yuma, Arizona. I love Arizona. I'd give my life. I love my hometown. I love it. I love Geronimo. I love Barry Goldwater. I'll drink that. I'll go to the Colorado a couple blocks away and drink right out of it. But I love it. And I know the Lake Havasu people probably pee on it. And I'll still drink out of that Colorado water. But what Mark Kelly did, he made me want to run for U.S. Senate. And this is the thing. I don't believe in government. I believe I outrank government. We are the citizen. It's the highest calling of an American. My dad was so happy to become a naturalized citizen. He said, through my own naturalization. I never served in the army, but never in a million years, not even a bullet to my head could tell me to disregard an order from the president. I would never even think that way instinctively. So Mark Kelly, being the great captain that he was, being the great astronaut that he is a servant of the people, for the people, by the people. He had a sacred duty not to do that video that he did. It is a travesty on American history. He had a duty not to utter those words.
He's a traitor.
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
We should just say what it is. He was a traitor. They're traitors.
Yeah,
they tried to use our own military against us.
Yes,
they're traitors. That's treason. If we were at war right now, they would be charged with treason.
But here's the thing. I called the talk show, the talk show here in Yuma, and he goes, Jesse, what do you think? Should they be locked up? And I go, no. Lincoln said there will be no hangings to General Ulysses S. Grant.
Why you always say this?
But what happened to Benedict Arnold? He had to live in disgrace in another country. He didn't even deserve to set foot in the United States of America. So let them live in shame. Let the word go out to every habit.
But they
every
don't.
city.
That's the
They're not
problem.
gonna
They
live in
feel no
shame. They're
shame.
just
They
gonna
have
get
no
paid by deep
shame.
state.
That's
They're gonna
true.
make billions
That's
of
true.
dollars off this stud. That's all that's
Yeah,
gonna happen to them.
But in the
I'm
heart
with,
of the true patriot, they are a disgrace. They're a disgrace.
Yep.
I'm with Bo on the fact that they are traitors. And what is the punishment according to the Constitution for traitors?
10 years in
So,
prison.
you know, there's also you're taking it. So, I mean, if this would have happened, I mean, think about this. If this would have happened in 1796, what would have
Out of
happened?
here.
What would have happened to those guys?
Firing
Disappear.
squad.
Would probably been
No, they would have got
they
the firing
probably-
squad.
They
Yeah.
would have got the
Would've
firing
been-
squad, or they would have been hung.
True,
Don't
Jimmy.
forget
But
the
our-
military law is different from
Exactly.
our laws.
And that right, and I think we need to discuss that sometime later too, is
Mhm.
there's too many people out there that do not understand military law.
Yes.
Mhm.
correct.
And
Jimmy,
they're looking at everything with the through the prism of the laws that are on the books, the Constitution, all this. Okay, yeah, Constitution's great, but it also gives way and right to military law as well. Folks
And-
don't understand the difference.
And Jimmy, our president called Tim Walz retarded. A lot of our Democrat brothers and sisters are on the left, not Democrat. Our leftist brothers are retarded.
Well,
They
they
think
are.
treason is a nightclub.
Yeah.
So we're not dealing with the smartest bulbs. They would think about backstabbing America as just a hobby. So
Right.
we're dealing with a remember Jefferson talked about an informed electorate?
Yep.
We don't have an informed electorate. That's why I
Nope.
say there has to be pragmatism.
So
Now,
Well, they
if the
should be
left,
arresting these people and then making an example of the criminal aspect of
Bo,
these
Bo.
individuals.
Bo, follow me. Let me ask you a question. This is a dangerous life and death question. You
Yeah.
and I will give Mark Kelly the benefit of the doubt and we will debate. Given power, Mark Kelly, what would he do to us?
He would send us to prison.
Exactly.
He would
If we're
kill us.
lucky, if not have us executed by some.
Exactly. So
Antifa
we're
member.
dealing with a
yeah,
dangerous
some cartel member.
Yeah.
We're dealing with a dangerous people. Look at these junior senator from Arizona, Ruben Gallegos, using the F word. Now, the Arizona Senate, not the Arizona Senate, the United States Senate is called the greatest deliberative body in the world, where people go and debate, the greatest deliberative body. That guy can't spell a sentence, can't speak a sentence without the F-bomb. He doesn't belong in the United States. So we're dealing with people in the United States Senate who don't even know how to debate anymore.
No.
So we have to tread caution here. We have to
Yeah, but you
tread
can't
with
reason with these people either. You
Yes, I
cannot
agree.
give
I
them
agree.
that.
I agree with
You have to take them out before they take you out.
But,
But
but don't forget that they
yeah,
want to
I mean-
do everything they can to discredit Trump. And this is another maneuver on their behalf to
You have
sock
to
it
be wise.
to our president. But it's a disgusting thing to do. And I hope most of the military is smart enough not to listen to those idiots. But there's more to it going on behind closed doors.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more going on.
But they have an agenda to get rid of Trump. And you know what? If the Democrats don't get in 2026, watch all the impeachments again. We're going to have to go through impeachment after impeachment next year if the Democrats don't get in. And just to let you know that I think the Republicans are up right now, but if they lose Marjorie Taylor Greene and the person who won in New Jersey, they can't afford to lose 3 more seats, because then that could jeopardize the Speaker of the House.
See, and the only thing I'll say about that is I don't like. We already know we don't like the 2-party system anyway.
Right.
So because we look at it as being the uniparty. So when I'm talking about stuff, I try to stay away from the Republican Democrat situation because, like we've said before, this is bigger than that. What the whole Republican Democrat, that's just a show for everybody.
Mhm.
And let me build on what Jimmy just said. I'm a Republican, a staunch Republican, die-in-the-wool Republican. But some of the greatest Republicans right now, some of the greatest leaders in the Republican Party are Democrats. I would vote for Bobby Kennedy over anybody in the
Me
United States
too.
right
I
now.
love Bobby Kennedy.
Some of the strong,
Yeah, I like Bobby too.
Some of the greatest Republicans
I do
are going
too.
to be Democrats. So, Jimmy, you are correct. You are correct. We're Americans at the end of the day.
Correct.
But the party is
Right on.
dirty. It's a sewer.
Wow.
It's a sewer, but that's what we have.
I like John Fetterman too.
I love John Fetterman.
He's turned out to be very interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
I like him.
let Dallas has come on. So let's give Dallas a chance
Hi,
to speak,
Dallas.
and then let's
Well-
look at the chat, and then let's wrap up, guys, because I got to get to bed because I got to do
Yeah.
everything tomorrow.
Final
Well,
thoughts. Go ahead, Dallas.
well, I thought I like what you said, and I think most of them. I think that Mayor of New York City is a traitor right there. Another example of one.
Oh man, Dallas. Yeah, but did you see? Did you see Mom Donnie with Trump? That threw me. That threw me. I got so upset, so angry how Trump was like, and I know it's politics. Maybe it's not real, or maybe Trump is playing the game, but I do not like it one bit.
Did you see where the reporter asked Mondani, "Oh, didn't you call Trump a fascist?" And Trump said, "Go ahead, tell him the truth. It's easier than having to explain it later."
Yeah, but I did not.
Trump
Yeah.
played him beautifully.
Oh, he so did. He so did. Jesse, final thoughts.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, my final thought. I want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving because we didn't do a Thanksgiving show. I
know.
think, and I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas in case we don't talk again.
Thank
But
you.
I believe these are the things that made America great, made us a family, made us a great nation. And let's go forward. Ruby, what you and Jimmy are doing, Bo, Gigi, what you guys are doing, you guys are the light that John F. Kennedy was talking about. And I think you're an inspiration to everybody. Jimmy talked about it, how people call him up and says, "Hey, Jimmy,
Yeah.
I didn't know." That happens to all of us. So God
Yep.
bless you guys always. Happy
You
Thanksgiving.
too.
Merry
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thank you,
Bo,
Jess.
Bo, thank you. Bo,
Leah,
Thank you.
Gail?
Dallas, love you.
love
Me?
you too.
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead,
Yes.
Gail.
See,
sorry
dear.
we kept you up late.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I've
It
enjoyed
was
the
a
hell out
great
of this tonight.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need. I think Tim Waltz. I think his name is. He ought to be called Tim Walrus.
Thank you, Dallas.
Thank you.
Gail, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, I just want to say thank you. And thanks
All right.
to everybody else. Thank you.
Thank
Bo?
you for joining, Gail.
You're
Go ahead,
welcome.
Bo.
Sorry to be
I
so
just wanna say
chatty.
thank
I
you
didn't mean to
guys
be
for-
chatty Cathy.
It's okay. Go ahead, Bo.
Okay.
Sorry,
I just want
Bo.
to say thank you guys for allowing me to talk and spend time with you guys, and I especially have enjoyed watching all you guys talk about these different opinions, and I really appreciate the opportunity to speak with you guys. I look forward to every Tuesday.
Yay!
Bo.
Me
We feel the
too.
same way
Thank you
about
so
you.
much for joining, Bo.
Have a good night, guys.
Thank
Jesse,
May the force be with you.
Dallas.
Have a good weekend.
Yes. Have a
Good
good
night.
weekend.
So
Thank
my final thoughts for this evening is I do appreciate everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody that's on stage tonight. Bo, thank you so much for your contributions. I was like, did somebody let Bo know there's a show tonight? We need him on here because we do enjoy having you on here as well. Like we have, we enjoy everybody that comes on stage. We had no idea what we were going to talk about tonight. But one thing that I've learned in making videos and doing it live is it's always important to talk in the present. And that shows more truth and honesty coming from folks and how they really feel about things. And that's pretty awesome. So sorry we didn't have a lot of political stuff prepared, but we ended up going there. So we completely winged it tonight and it was great. I'm glad to be back and look forward to what we do in the future.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Thank you so much for joining, Gail, Bo, Jesse, Dallas, everybody in the chat. We had 4 super chats. That's crazy. That's the
We
most.
never have that.
I
No?
know.
Really?
But that's crazy. Yes. So we got $5 from Alpha, then
Wow.
$10 from Alpha. Then $5 again from Alpha. Alpha was on fire tonight. Thank you so much for joining. And then we got a $10 from Kat. Can you believe that, Jimmy? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So who
Hey,
do you send
Ruby.
your money to?
Ruby,
I
did
got-
Gilbert send you anything? Did Gilbert send you anything? Cheap bastard. Cheap Mexican.
Hey, Ruby, just real quick. Do you want me to create a song for the Unrelenting Political Corner?
Yes.
Yes. A rock song with a rock backbeat.
Do you want a rock song? Do you want a rock song? Okay. So with what we talked about tonight, Ruby, will you indulge me in going to my YouTube channel and play Rise Up as the outgoing for tonight? So for everybody that's been on the live chat, they can hear Rise Up because I think it will fit perfectly with what we've discussed tonight. And before we play it, we'll just all say good night and see you next week.
Okay.
Would you do that?
Okay. So Jimmy, so I'll play it for a few minutes, and then once I hit like to end the stream, then my own clip is gonna go because it's already connected to the.
Oh, okay.
To the ending. Let me see.
No
What was
country.
it?
No country.
It's not country. This is rock.
Oh my God, Jimmy. If you do really do a song,
yeah,
I would love it if you incorporated all of my crazy political stances.
Oh, believe me, I can do that.
Please do. And make the song unapologetic. Like, I don't care what people think.
I've already done one. That's called "Get Over It" and "F You." Those are two other songs I put out. But I can do one. I can do one that will do well for the show.
Okay. I'm gonna play it now.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I just took us off the screen.
God, I had so much fun tonight.
Good. Yeah, for real. Okay.
Rise up.
They built their thrones on broken backs, fed us poison, called it facts. Through the lies to keep us fighting while they're hiding in the lightning. Your silver tongue won't work no more. We see the rock behind your door. You thought we bow, you thought we break, but now the sleeping giant wakes. Can you hear it coming? Thunder in the streets. Can you feel it rising? We will not retreat. We will bow down to your authority. We'll swallow all your lies and let you bury me. The power's ours, it always was. We're taking back the crown. We're gonna rise, gonna tear your chest down. Right down. You profit while we bleed and burn. Spin the wheel, but it's our turn. Your puppet strings are showing clear. Your manipulation ends right here. Keep your bribes and keep your games. We're done playing, done with chains. Every wall you built so high will bring crashing from the sky. Can you hear it coming? Thunder in the streets. Can you feel it rising? We will not retreat. We won't bow down to your authority. We'll swallow all your lies and let you bury me. The power's ours, it always was. We're taking back the crown. We're gonna rise, gonna tear your kingdom down. taking these walls. No more protection, no more control. This is a vision. We're taking it all. We won't conform to your authority. We'll swallow all your lies and let you bury me. The power's ours, it always was. We're taking back the crown. We're gonna rise, gonna rise, gonna tear your kingdoms. We are the people, we are the storm, we are the fire, we are reborn. Your tyranny dies, your empire falls. We're gonna rise, gonna rise, gonna tear down. Rise up, rise up. The power belongs to us. Rise up, tear it down.
Trump, yeah, okay, bury him a legend, yeah, Trump, hey, okay, America's biggest blessing. Free speech advocate, packing, never lacking it. I just bought another gun and ain't nobody taking it, gang. Okay, the White House going crazy now. MAGA season, tell them liberals they can't break us down. It's up, they know we run it, best believe it now. About to paint the city red, please don't burn it down.